That's cool.
And we are back.
Woo.
Welcome back, everybody. Alright, so last we left off. Recap of last week with not too many shenanigans, but some good information.
At least one.
Just one shenanigan.
Yeah, boy.
I don't know if there was a single shenanigan last week.
Yeah, there was a doctor.
We've literally got
Oh my god, Joey.
like
It's in
a
the last
permanent
name.
shenanigan.
I'm slow.
I also almost lit the whole goddamn temple on fire, but that was...
Well, that's true. I was going to think that was the shenanigan, really, but yeah, we'll take the doctor as the shenanigan.
Hello.
But
Hello.
last
This is
week,
the news.
last we left off, the party had made their way heading west out of the village of Alaki with the dusk elf Casimir in tow, finding their way eventually to what they believe to be the tower, the Van Richten's tower. Eventually making their way inside, discovering very little in there, exploding a cart sitting outside as the owner returned, and a series of howls were heard off in the distance. Some rapid discussion, swords were drawn. The woman standing there seemed to believe at least enough that you may be some of assistance, and retreated inside the tower with all of you, staving off a werewolf and wolf infestation attack. One of the things all of you noticing is that there were a few of the werewolves that had the ability to do a partial form. Their legs humanoid, but their upper bodies and mouths still wolf-like. Holding off this, successfully dispatching one of the wolves and one of the werewolves, they retreated. The night began to fall. You arranged a couple of recompense items to the new woman whose name you now know as Esmeralda, and
Vampire.
We're just gonna keep calling her Carmen, I think.
and she, upon all of those recompenses having taken place, departed and went to Balaki. Or did she stay with you?
No, she went to
You were
Valaki.
shaking your head.
No, she went to Falaki.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I was.
Oh, sorry.
I
I
was
thought you were
just
shaking your head at me like, no,
no,
she
no,
didn't.
no,
I'm like,
no. I
yes,
would
she
have
did.
a much different expression
fair
on my
enough.
face.
She did depart for Valaki to try and finish off the last
Yeah.
of the things that she needed, leaving all of you to decide what you wanted to do. You decided to spend the evening inside the tower. Sleep, rest, regain hit points, get everybody back to full strength again, and over the course of the evening, encountered a visit with a flying Strahd.
Fucking nerd.
At least
door
you
tower.
seeing the figure outside, kind of peering in at a distance through the arrow slits in the building, eventually seeing, recognizing where you were, and then transforming back into a large bat and flying off into the evening air. So, we awake the following morning, all of you feeling fully rested, hit points back to full, hit dice. You regain half of your expended hit dice rounded up, so some of you are probably still missing a couple because I think a couple of people used all their hit dice, so you'll still be missing quite a few, but at least healed for the time being. For the party, trying to decide what it is you would like to do, you have the werewolf den that is off on the other side of the lake, relatively easy to be able to find your way to and be able to make your way inside. And in comparison to that, you of course have Casimir with you and the ability to head to any of the number of destinations that you could go to. So, party, what is it you would like to do?
We're gonna fuck up some werewolves.
Yeah.
We go hunt.
That was quick.
We're not gonna let this stand.
How's everyone feeling health-wise?
Well, we just woke up. So we're
Yeah, I
all
think
doing
we all
great.
took a good rest. and-
Pretty good.
Yeah, feeling fresh.
Is everyone feeling 100%?
Yeah,
Yes.
feeling
Yeah,
very,
we
very
all,
well.
We all
Suffering.
got up there.
Is that a weird feeling that I was looked at for like 1 to 2 minutes last night?
Yeah, does the party wasn't awake when Strahd was there, it was just me.
Correct. You were the one keeping watch at the time.
Okay, so, Strahd found us last night.
Fucker.
What?
Shit.
Yeah,
That was
he,
probably what that feeling was.
went across the moon like a giant nerdy bat and then came up to the tower and peered in like a huge
Giant
creep.
nerdy bat.
So, he's found us, he knows where we are. He didn't seem particularly concerned.
What a fucking nerd.
He's a fucking nerd. So he looked in at us
Yeah, what a nerd.
and said,
Really
"Found you,"
piling in
and
on
flew
us.
off again. So I have to assume that he knows that we're out here and he knows our intentions, but he just thinks it's a big fucking game.
You know what this also means is he can see this land, which
Yes.
everyone seemed to think he couldn't.
He was also able to fly within,
Yeah.
or he didn't come in close to the confines of the tower where there's no magic allowed. He stayed outside this boundary. So I think we can assume that the tower is somewhat safe against his influence.
That's
We thought this whole land
something
was
at least.
safe against his influence.
I mean,
Well,
did we ever
it's-
really believe that he would not?
No.
Everyone seems to be pretty wrong about
It's just,
everything.
yeah.
I think it's just convenient for him to have tight control over his lands, I think. But,
Yeah.
I mean, the
But
whole...
he could just as easily do it here.
Yes.
Well, let's
I mean, what happened in Valaki proved that.
Let's keep it in mind.
let's not drag our feet. Let's get stuff going.
Let's get to doing what we're gonna do.
Murdering
with
lycanthropes.
Murdering werewolves.
Well, those werewolves might have told him that we were here.
Well, we should kill them then.
Oh.
A whole bunch.
Should we also perhaps, Casimir, would you perhaps like to stay room behind in this tower and we meet you after we've been at the werewolf den? Or would you like to come with us?
Okay.
Casimir,
I do appreciate the offer, of course, but I have absolutely no interest in fighting werewolves. I have no ability to do so.
Maybe get comfortable up on the 4th floor.
exactly.
I'll be honest, I didn't think I had any
I
interest
could
either,
use
but
another good night's rest after.
There's a suit of armor up there you could put on if you want to feel extra careful.
He just kind of like holds his arms out, and he's like the definition of a weedy. So
Nice. Yeah, he's
I
weedy,
may be able
bro.
to wear the helmet.
You could put the suit on and just lie there.
Just lie there and think of it.
You
All
would,
right,
you would,
let's go.
You would disappear into the background.
Les, he gets the point.
Is he a nerd too?
Oh, he's cool. He's cool.
Okay.
I'm going to go upstairs then.
Yes.
And jumps onto the center platform and just kind of 4th floor. The golems begin to.
So long, nerd.
And he
Yes,
just
he's not a
waves
nerd.
over the
Yes.
edge.
What?
He's not a nerd.
He's
He's
not
pretty
like
chill.
Strahd.
he's a buddy.
No, in fact, he's given up his home to help us.
Yeah.
So he's doing all
It's
right.
pretty
Do
cool,
you think it's
actually.
wise leaving him here when Strahd found us here?
Strahd can't come in the field. At
Well,
that
we don't know
time.
that definitively, but I mean, I think it's safer for him than attacking werewolves.
I think
I
Strahd's a
agree.
little more
Okay.
interested in
Also,
us
it's
than we are.
daytime.
That's true.
They attacked in
think that-
daytime, the
Oh, the
werewolves.
Like
Strahd.
Strahd
Yeah.
and his creatures, they come out at night.
Vampires are pretty definitively night types.
I think
Let's
as long as we get
go,
back here.
Let's go murder a wolf.
So kill the
I
werewolf.
think we try and do this as quickly as we can.
Boy,
and
yes.
Come back.
Yeah, I think we should do
Yeah.
that.
Agreed.
Should we take cinnamon?
Does everyone have
Yes.
Does everyone have access to either magical or silvered weapons?
I mean, I have
You mean
magic.
this?
I've got magic.
Right, right.
We're good.
I've got a giant battle axe now.
I have two. I have the ability to add radiant damage, and then I have this morning star that's silver,
That
thanks
sounds
to
pretty
Ismeralda.
chill.
Does everyone has at least something that will cause damage?
Why?
Perfect. Okay.
Should be
Okay.
good.
Do you?
I do. I've got glowing blue sword.
You also have them fancy new crossbows.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Fantastic.
Actually, Allura, would you let me use one of those crossbow bolts and put it onto an arrow? I'm just thinking if there's a moment that there's a good shot, it might be good for me to have something like that to get to the big bad. What do you think?
Yeah, I think.
I won't take all, but maybe just one.
Did we figure out? Will the crossbow bolts?
I just
work
have to
on
fashion it onto an arrow, and then I'll. Be
Yeah,
able
I
to
think
craft
having one of
that.
those with you is a good idea.
Okay.
We've got 4, so I think
Okay,
for sure.
thank
I
you.
would like to keep because I've got two shot like a part of my
can shoot with a crossbow along with hitting with my
Absolutely.
sword. So I would like to keep.
Yes, I just
Maybe,
think it'd be maybe wise for me to have one ranged ability to attack somebody as a
Yeah.
possibility.
Considering
you.
your amazing sight in the dark, that's mighty fine.
Yes, and thank you, Allura. I do have my silver short sword as well, just one, but I think I can do some damage with that as well.
And you're feeling confident with your...
Oh, I'm feeling great. Fire is fun.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Can we,
So-
oh, I was gonna say, do we want to wander just outside the anti-magic field, and can I ritual cast water walk?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
water walk lasts 8 hours.
Yeah, 1 hour to 8. I think it's 1 hour.
Okay.
But would that be enough to get us to the other side then?
It would be enough to get you to the other side if you wanted to walk straight across the water. If you wanted to just follow the edge of the lake, it would probably take you an hour and a half or so, hour and 40 minutes.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah.
Either way,
probably
good.
just do that then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
save
savior.
the-
Safer spell.
Oh no, it's ritual
Yeah,
cast,
it
so
would be
it's
fine
not
either
using
way.
a spell.
But if we think we're gonna get harassed by underwater things,
Can I, so I'm assuming we're all going to be outside the tower now?
Sure.
Cool. Can I have Rick pop over and just see if there's, like, anyone on guard or, like...
Sure.
Because he knows where it is.
Yeah, it takes, even with his fly speed, it does take a little while for him to do that, a
Yeah.
good 40 minutes or so.
That's fine.
For him to fly across, eventually reach the other side, and then scout around, go invisible, dart inside, and eventually pops back over to your shoulder. There doesn't appear to be anybody outside, standing outside of the den. Going inside, it narrows quite drastically. He didn't really feel confident going much further than that.
That's fine.
But was able to at least know that there's nobody in the immediate vicinity.
Okay. Well, let's go fuck up a wolf or two.
Let's go. Would I know any way that would, like, anything that really allures werewolves? Like, besides, obviously, like, fresh blood?
Make a nature check.
Okay.
can I assist Aleth with this if I've had some experience?
Sure,
in the
at
past?
least several
Yeah.
rolls. Go ahead and roll for that.
Okay, cool. Sorry, nature?
Yeah, nature.
Yeah. 16.
Ooh.
Okay. Luring them? Not so much. Wolves, obviously attracted to the scent of blood. When they're hungry, they hunt. But werewolves specifically, there's not a lot that you've really had experience with.
Okay.
I have an idea, you guys. Before we start walking, what if we get? Would Rick be able to trigger the tower's door defense?
The dragon?
No, the like.
Oh, the
The-
light. Oh, you
the
want them to
lightning.
come here?
No, we go along the path that they go on, set up an
Oh
ambush.
shit, flush them out.
That feels like you'd murder Rick pretty good.
But he can bring him back,
Oh,
and
that's
he's useless in combat.
Oh, that's fair.
But consider, I mean,
Sorry.
some of them are just dumb creatures, but the werewolves at least have some kind of consciousness. So
Yeah.
they've already been drawn by that once.
They probably wouldn't come again.
I'm
The
not
sentient
sure.
beings,
Sure.
they have a good mind about them. They're not going to just wander into a very easily like trap. Especially when they know that there is a wall there. They can even tell the lesser wolves that there's a wall there. Don't
Yeah.
follow them.
No, that's valid.
I say we just go and
yeah.
murder him.
All right, it was just an idea.
No, it was a good idea thinking about it. If they were just wolves, it might work. But some of them have some. There was one that was like an alpha that seemed to have a lot of reason about him.
Are we going to try and bring them out of the cave and into the open?
Aye.
And does that mean we need somebody to go in and bring them out?
I mean, I would like to try and see if we can't, scare them into coming out of the caves as much as we can so we can pick off as many outside as we can.
Are there animals in these woods? Have I noticed any? Like rabbits? Just wolves. But nothing like birds.
In and around this area specifically, no. And with that nature check, you would guess that probably the reason why is that there's a werewolf den nearby.
And they've killed everything.
They've killed most of the things. Anything that is smart enough to pay attention to its surroundings is basically either dead or has moved on at this point, knowing that they would just get picked off.
Okay.
We don't even know how big this den is, though. Like, what if it goes in for a long time?
I agree.
They might not even hear us if we make a commotion outside.
I was thinking more of something that would smell. Can anyone think of a way we could find fresh blood?
I mean, there are a number of ways one can find fresh blood.
One that wouldn't be a detriment to any of us.
Well, never mind. We could also try smoking them out.
But again, we don't know how big the den is. If it's like super long and deep, you could smoke them out, but maybe it just gets dissipated into the air. Like, you
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
we could also get at least a few of them out.
Maybe.
I feel that with how sentient they are, I think with some fire, I think they would have some kind of protocol for fire escape. Fire
I don't know.
evacuation.
I don't know if they're
I'm not
that
sure about
organized.
Well,
Row, fire, fire escape number 3. Row.
Isn't it to
Do you
try?
want
We
me
can-
I think there's only one way to find
we
out.
can build a fire, try to smoke them out if nothing happens.
And they
we
are
go in.
quite aggressive. I'm sure that if they think that we're coming to their den, which is their place of comfort, they may come after us.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's give it a try.
Let's go get to killing.
Really?
You know?
We could try and torch some of our like a ration or two and see if the smell of cooking meat and such would bring them out.
We could also collect a bunch of branches and put them at the entrance to the cave. Then perhaps use a gust of wind to start pushing the smoke inside.
Fog cloud.
Like a fog cloud.
Can't we just...
This is my moment.
I would just dampen all the branches and they wouldn't burn.
Is Les's fog cloud like a Sailor Mercury, like water, or is it like actually
It's like a
just...
fog.
Wait,
Okay, so like,
wait, when
so
you...
like it wouldn't put out
your
smoke,
wall
is
of
what I'm
water,
saying.
is it like a
No, okay,
wall
it's not
of
that
water?
wet.
Or like a wall?
The wall is like a solid
It's a
wall of
dry
water.
fog.
It's a dry.
Does
It's
it, like,
really
move?
dry.
No,
Although-
it stays in port.
Flush them out like in the...
Wet
midway
wood
through
smokes
ants.
more than dry wood. So,
Why? We just don't want to put it out entirely.
right.
There's also a lake like right there, guys.
Yeah. Well, damp wood, not
Would
wet
my
wood.
thaumaturgy help at all with helping to push the
Quite-
smoke?
I feel thaumaturgy would be
I don't
quite
know
good
what's
if
your
you could...
thaumaturgy.
Probably.
I'm
Would it?
just pushing this idea, like I could
You
potentially
mean like
be
you could push
pushing the smoke.
push smoke in?
Why don't we go to the den and see how friggin' big
I'm
this
saying-
thing is?
Yeah.
Let's do that. We
I-
have plans. Let's collect wood on
I
the way.
don't know if we should go fully inside the den.
Not inside,
'cause-
outside.
Okay, good.
Like,
Well,
look
we're
at how
gonna be
big
like
it is from the
around the
outside.
den.
Let's just find a group of 13-year-olds and get them
Honestly,
all to
some shit's gonna
vape
get
at the
fucked up
entrance.
It's the loitering ploy. I like it. Just hang out the front until they get mad at us and ask
Do
us
you
to
know
leave.
there are children loitering outside your den?
Now we could go to
Smells
the
like
lock and
pineapple.
bring a local drunk up there.
Bluto!
Oh dear.
My man.
Can
It looks
we
like
be
somebody might have
keeping
maps
an
for us.
eye out whilst we're walking towards the den, making sure that nothing is
I was
following
just gonna
us?
go screaming the entire way about how we're gonna kill wolves, but that works too.
Sure.
Yeah,
Go
at least
make
it's
a
gonna
perception
keep.
check. Or you're
Oi,
I was
doctor!
gonna say, I
Can't
would
wait for
also
us
have
to
Ryan
kill all
doing
them
it.
wolves!
I too am excited to murder werewolves.
Oh, it's gonna,
Specifically the ones in the den.
it's gonna
Seven.
taste amazing.
23.
23.
Oof, that new
Okay.
den.
Hope you kind of doing your best to pay attention to everything around. Yesterday was a bit of a moment, and it's been kind of tough to kind of pull yourself back from that. So you're kind of getting distracted a little bit. Alith, you're very much used to being in that life or death situation, especially against things like wolves. For you, no issues at all. Midway through the party, looking around at everything, watching over the lake, watching over the trees on your left. There's a good amount of distance of the dry land, kind of the beachside-esque, more broken branches and rocks that are on the side of the lake. Nothing catches your eye, no sounds, no movement. Overall, the journey over there appears to go by without issue.
I'd like to try and pick as a quieter sort of trail through towards the den, just so that we're not like knocking rocks everywhere on like a rocky beach.
Yeah, well, there's also, you can hug the outside of the forest where it is definitively more like, some
Yeah.
smaller branches that have been broken off and things like that. If you guys wanted to, of course, be quiet, you can stealth.
Yeah. It might be for the best. I think we should try and
Yeah.
be quiet.
Let's gather branches too.
Yeah.
I'll get everybody go ahead and roll stealth checks for me.
Are you doing your thing to help us?
Yeah,
I'm not sure if I should
Sure,
use
if I can
that
cast guidance
spell or
on
not.
myself, but
I
I'm
can.
still rolling a disadvantage, I think.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, guidance. So I'm a little weird.
Yeah.
Guidance for me is for an instantaneous
Okay,
check.
fair enough.
For this, because it's an hour and 40 minutes,
Fair enough.
it's one of those weird things where like you would be stopping to cast guidance,
Do it
but every
every-
time you cast a spell, you break your stealth, so you recast stealth.
Fair enough.
It's just So
Actually, yeah. You know what? I
just at
will.
disadvantage.
No
I'll
worries.
cast pass, or I will try to like
Pass without trace is something that there's no real way to.
I know. I'm like, how do I do this?
Just I cast
I just
that is fine.
think, and then like a cloud of darkness envelops us, and we go towards the.
So as you all begin to walk,
trace.
Elite kind of lagging behind a little bit, and you can see that she's kind of weaving a few symbols and drawing a few marks onto her arm.
Cool.
Eventually, this fairly large inky cloud spills out from the front of her left arm and just kind of clings to you. And each of your bodies just kind of get darkened and shadowed up against the forest, and you notice that parts of your skin almost seem to be blending into your background like retroreflectors.
This happens in the sea a lot.
So, go ahead and get everybody to roll stealth, and you'll add 10 to whatever you roll.
Fucking
So I'm fine.
I needed that.
10 bonus to your dex. So whatever your dex
So
bonus is, you can.
any stealth check that you make, just add 10 to the total. So, Lure,
Yours is gonna be like a billion.
27.
27 plus
27.
27,
32.
Yeah.
32,
15.
15.
25.
At disadvantage because of your armor.
That's what I got going on. Hey!
Oh,
I'm not the loudest.
As you wreck the hopes.
We're just like
13.
13,
we're
okay.
just tripping around
30.
in the back.
30, okay.
Okay.
So,
Reminder, disadvantage for
with
stealth.
the pass without trace in place, Hope and Leaf trudging along next to the trees, kind of getting caught on a couple of roots every once in a while, and the ding of the armor, but all of you doing your best to just and then they very quietly do the high knees as they're
Fucking
walking
Scooby
across.
Dude over
Ding,
there.
ding, 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 ding,
Like
ding,
on
ding,
our
ding,
tippy
ding,
toes.
Exactly.
You got the Picaro.
So you make your way across overall without issue. Overall, the entire party rolled high enough that your stealth is quite good. You eventually come to first one there.
Yeah.
So I do apologize here. I have a pair of scissors with me, but I ran out of time, so all the edges are not cut off, so they're not quite
It's
pretty.
fine.
How dare you?
Yeah,
They'll still
we're
go
in a
through
forest.
together.
It's fine.
You don't have enough cameras to show them anyway.
It's true. So,
You gotta
making your way
trust
around the
us
lake,
also.
you follow the edge of the water, tracing the tree line to an outcropping at the base of a rocky mountain spur. Carved into the side with Rick flying low overhead, you eventually come to a wide, torchlit cave that looks like the gaping maw of a great wolf. The open jaws of the wolf's head are 15-foot high canopy of rock over the cave mouth, held up by natural pillars of rock, and the ceiling rises to roughly 20 feet inside the first cave. Lit torches are set in iron brackets that line the walls. Those are the yellow icons there on the screen.
Motherfuckers have torches.
From somewhere deep inside,
people-y.
you hear the echoing sounds of a flute.
What?
But for every few seconds of listening, you notice some of the notes screech and just ring painfully in your ears. Like, the person overall knows what they're doing, but they're definitely not an established flautist.
Only that bird with us.
So, alrighty, so with all of your stealth rolls,
Overall, we did very well.
you did.
It may be much harder to smoke these guys out than I intended.
Did
So-
the 30s count for anything?
There's like a concierge and everything in this
So
place.
I'll go ahead and get you guys to pop yourselves down. So this is this side is the entrance to the cave.
I can't
Cool.
reach them.
So
Can I have a thing for cinnamon, please?
yes, you can. Where is the token?
Oh.
It's probably in that pile of stuff somewhere.
Oh,
In here?
I'm not sure.
potentially. Sorry.
I think
That's
it should
alright.
be there. If it's not, I might have a token here. Just take a look.
Sorry for the delay.
It's okay.
Oh,
I
this-
mean, we shouldn't take cinnamon in with us.
No, but it
Oh,
was
I do
just
actually,
if we
I actually
needed
have a
to.
cinnamon token.
Cinnamons are getting
How dare.
vehicle.
I don't know. Cinnamon fucked up a werewolf last time.
Cinnamon's got more.
Just
got
as
our
a
control.
backup,
Yeah,
if
they
we
were
need
really
to
tough.
escape quickly, then we've got cinnamon at least.
That's true. Where
Or
do
at
you want
least the most
cinnamon?
wounded of us do.
Just like one square off the map kind of thing.
They're gonna wait outside with us for us. Loyally.
Okay.
Good.
So,
Oh, Steve.
alrighty. So we've got the party making their way inside. Alrighty. So,
Making our way
as we begin
inside,
to move in,
walking down.
Oh, yeah.
this is gonna get big, everybody. So,
Oh,
So excited.
shit.
Yeah.
Shit, son.
Oh my
This-
goodness.
Wonder if we can just, yeah.
Yeah, you can just
Platter?
put that. That's perfect.
Got fruit platter.
So that one
No,
goes
it's
there.
cantaloupe. That's a garbage melon.
Oh, cantaloupe's good. Oh,
Goes
thank
there.
you.
You should try our spruce bud.
Oh,
Heavy
you would love
fruit.
us.
If you like
No
cantaloupe,
cantaloupe.
come in
Okay.
and try our
Hey,
spruce
that's my
bud.
new character voice coming.
It's so good.
Can't wait till Les dies or Leaf dies.
Character's name? No cantaloupe.
Well, cantaloupe. I cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe. Alright, here,
Had the
as you
plug.
begin walking inside, the cave
Oh, boy.
splits to the left and to the right. Standing on a 5-foot-high ledge between the divide are two feral-looking women wearing shredded clothing and clutching spears. Got tokens for them.
Hey, we're just visiting.
Hey guys, no big deal.
Wait, did we ask?
I don't think we're really gonna go inside. I think we were gonna like.
Well, yeah, but we still see them.
No.
You still see them.
Is
It's
this
the distance.
the same?
These are
Thing
the
is
same
this-
werewolves.
Right. Was it not ladies? Did I mishear?
Yeah, this was women that were feral-looking human women.
Okay.
I don't
Clutching
think
spears.
we
Like in
determined gender last time.
No.
We just saw wolves.
As though these guys might be werewolves.
We are wolves.
Werewolves?
Wee woo woo.
Yeah, you
We
know,
are
we like,
wolves.
we live here.
We just
Thank you.
Hey,
Yes.
Jordy.
appreciate it.
Actually, sorry.
There's one.
Has anyone been watching What We Do in the Shadows?
I hear
But
incredible things.
I-
Oh my
not
god,
watched
it's
it
so
yet.
good. Andy and I watched it on the Greyhound and we were like killing ourselves.
What platform is it on?
I think it's on Netflix right now.
Internet.
I think it's HBO.
Wait, sorry. Oh shit, are we talking about the show?
Yeah, there's
Uh,
another one.
I'm thinking we're talking about the movie.
Yeah,
I'm
they
like,
just
oh,
started. The show's just started.
There is
Yeah,
a
I gotta
Jermaine
watch that
Clement and Taika Waititi cameo.
Matt
though.
Berry's in it
Oh.
too.
Yeah, Matt Berry, I love.
And I love Matt Berry.
He's the best.
Mhm.
He's like the
He is
unctuous,
so
terrible boss
good.
from IT Crowd.
Yeah, he was in a really good show in the British show called Toast of London.
I heard about that one.
I love
Andy and I
him.
started watching it, but he was like, I'm having too many actor flashbacks. I need to stop. And I was like, that's fair.
I got to know his work through Dark Place.
Dark place, dark
And
place.
Dark Place was like my favorite show for a year.
Alrighty.
Have you
So,
seen? Oh, you'd like.
Yeah.
Looking inside, you see the two feral-looking women standing on top of that, which is kind of a 5-foot raised platform, and it's just kind of like a rocky outcropping that you would be able to climb, but they are a little bit above you at this point, and they appear to just be kind of looking sideways and
They haven't seen us
standing
yet.
guard. Don't appear to have seen you.
Don't step any further.
Hmm.
Those aren't people.
Well, no, we get that.
They're
Oh, really?
people. They're just
No,
not
I thought
human.
it was
I
only
say, I don't think they're as
Yeah.
people as we are.
They're,
not
yeah,
me.
they're pretty people-y.
Just in case you didn't get it. Those aren't people.
They're people-y. They're just wolf people-y. Alright, how do we do? Do you want to just like go in guns blazing?
Should we
or-
try the
That's
fire
never
method?
a
We
good
don't know,
idea.
We don't know how many there are. We don't know.
Should we ask them?
No.
Okay.
I think we try the fire method to begin with, because they're clearly on watch and would alert the rest of the pack.
Is there anything in the main cavern? Like
From what
this
you can
entrance
see
cavern?
right now, not
Just
really.
torches.
Just
Okay.
torches that are on the walls. It is fairly well lit. You can see that the path divides off in two directions, but you don't really have an eye line to be able to see where it goes beyond that.
I
Does
have
it-
kind of a crazy thought. Sorry, no, you go ahead.
Does it look like I can kind of sneak up here and hide around this corner without them seeing me?
I don't know. Does it look like you can do that?
Mm.
You're telling
Well,
me if
like,
you're doing it.
is this a whole
You
cupboard?
You don't. So that whole area, it's hard walls.
Yeah, okay, it's like a
90-degree
wall. It's not
walls.
like a.
What if
So
it's
you would be able to
one
get
of
up to
those
that
stone
point
pillars that's
fairly
holding
easily
the
without being seen. Like anything where they don't have line of sight on you directly, you would be able to hide quite easily.
So I can kind of slink up
See
here.
if there's any other.
Okay, I'd like to do that.
Close the thing.
So the rogue is doing roguey things.
Oh boy, okay.
Oh.
Here
Well-
we go.
Hey, there's two
We're making-
different ways
we're
of
making
split
decisions.
the party while we're at it.
So Jordy, you said that the like wolf mouth den was being held up by stone pillars.
Correct. So that whole entrance there, all along the side, those are essentially pillars that are holding up like an overhang.
Okay.
That's created. It kind of looks vaguely like a wolf's mouth. Maybe it's been sculpted slightly,
Okay.
but it is an actual cave.
But it's not like actual. It's not like pillars.
No, it's not like installed marble pillars. With
They're not load bearing.
No, they're not
Okay.
load bearing.
Okay, never
Oh,
mind.
okay.
There goes my plan.
Yeah, the walls are bearing the load. It's just the additional small pieces.
Okay.
Hold the trap door.
What can I hear?
Can you hear? Go make a perception check. 10. Not too much. That anytime you try to think of that you're getting something, that flute. Oh god, it just takes you right out of it. That's really about the only thing that you can hear at this point.
And we don't see them using the flute.
You don't know. You see them standing still, both of them holding spears in 2 hands.
I'm just picturing the 21st Century Fox intro. It's on a recorder.
I don't know, guys. I say we just start shooting.
Here's the thing, though.
Yes.
We're in a den full of potential enemies and werewolves.
Do you want to go make friends?
I don't want to make friends, but I think if we can get by murdering people very quietly, that's gonna turn out better for everyone.
So what you're saying is I could perhaps minor illusion something so these two come outside.
Yes, come
Okay.
towards us.
Well, let's
we
do
could
that
all
then.
hide in the
Or
little
we hide
sides here.
outside of the thing where there's not going to be good acoustics.
Oh, I agree
That's
with
a
that.
good
Disguise
idea.
self and get them out.
We could also just disguise self. Hey guys, it's me.
The wolf.
I'm werewolf number 5. What's up?
Ow.
Isn't it great being a werewolf? Ooh.
Yeah. You know what's great is meat.
I turn into a wolf, but it's very much a plush wolf costume.
Okay, well
No.
why don't we do that where we try and like get these two out of the
Yeah.
cave at least?
And
Yeah.
then you could potentially disguise as one of those.
Oh my god.
Ew, it's,
Real
uh,
Scooby-Doo this shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we could do that. And I'd be like, hey,
We
yeah,
could be your
these guys-
prisoners.
Yeah. Yes.
Hey, yeah.
Ooh, daddy.
Whoa.
Like, he wasn't expecting that to be a good idea, and then just, oh, wait, yes. We could
Yeah.
actually
Okay.
do that.
Okay.
And then do you want to
Um,
hide here? Like against the wall? If they come running, you'll
Oh
be...
yeah.
You can
And
get
Elif
behind
can
them.
hide on the other wall. And then
Well,
we got
they
them
can
from
see
the
the
back.
other wall.
I
Is
could hide right here, perhaps. This is sort of out of line of sight.
It's a bit more in their
I just
view.
want to say,
Yeah.
this is all canon. We are all just talking outside their thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I could come
except
around with Allura, though, and I could
could
also
not.
hide. on that
Allura
side.
can't hear us at this distance. Or can
Alright.
you
Hey.
hear us? Or
Oh, not if you guys are whispering. Please be whispering.
yeah.
We are whispering.
No, at this point, Allura is completely removed from any of
Okay.
this.
So
Well,
you wouldn't know
but
what we're gonna do.
I haven't heard anything
No, you've been
here.
listening for a good minute or so, minute and a half.
Do you
I would head back.
want to sneak up beside
be
her?
sneaky.
And
I
then
don't-
you two can be behind them if they go up there.
Big point.
Agreed.
Okay.
I'll let her know very quietly what's going on.
Cool.
Okay. So the rest of us are
That
going
is
to hide on either side
So my
Yeah.
of the.
30 stealth roll, I'm gonna sneak up here with Allura.
Do some hand signs.
I'm gonna take the
Secret sense.
left here.
Yeah, I'm going
Does
to
anyone
pop on the
know-
right.
Yeah, I'll take
So
Right.
just so everyone's aware as well, because of the amount of time it took to get there, Paso do Trace is gone now.
That's
So
fine.
it's just going to be straight stealth roll. So I'll actually get you to re-roll stealth for me.
No.
Because everything
Oh.
is dropped and you've had a
Oops.
conversation.
I'll go.
Should we go on?
I'll go next to the
Dock
dock side.
21.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
I'll
so
go next to your side just so we have
it's
two.
balanced.
Yeah,
Alright.
so
And
widen your
Cinnamon
footsteps.
will move out of the way. Cinnamon.
Cinnamon can look like a tasty morsel.
Actually, yeah, we could use cinnamon to look like a tasty morsel.
I'm just here.
If we're using cinnamon, I would rather Rick, perhaps, rather than cinnamon.
Rick is a tiny
Rick is
little
a tiny little morsel.
thing.
Rick can ride Cinnamon, and then that way it's everyone's familiar.
So
So
it's fair.
I
Look,
don't
I'm
really
sorry,
want to
no.
sacrifice.
They're not gonna sacrifice. They're not gonna get to
Yeah.
Cinnamon. We're gonna
We're
kill
gonna
them
murder
before they
them.
even get there.
I mean, I could also just do a minor illusion of like a cinnamon.
Plus, doesn't your horse just reappear?
There's also
That's. It does. It still has feelings. It still has feelings.
Every time it comes back, it's gonna chip on its shoulder.
that. It just gets angrier.
yeah.
Just see it come back, lift a paw, just
Cinnamon, heal.
I just feel like,
Hail,
you
Cinnamon!
know, of
Cinnamon!
the tales of older Pokemon, and that if the Pokemon trainer and the Pokemon keeps dying in battle, then it doesn't like the trainer. And I want mine and Cinnamon's relationship.
You want to be a good
to nice.
Pokemon trainer.
That I
tune
do.
in
They wanna be
Saturday
very
to watch
nice.
us be.
Like no one ever was.
Uh,
Yeah, so I'm going to.
Yeah, mine are.
So we're going to a minor illusion it, or are we going to cinnamon it?
You can.
Mine. Oh, what are you saying?
I don't. You can do thaumaturgy stuff, right?
Yes.
You know, you can make like noises and things happen with that trick too, right?
I was not aware of that.
Well, I've heard stories.
you can.
I appreciate that.
Are we ready to get this
Because we
going?
might be able
I'm
to.
ready to get this
If,
going.
if you got a minor illusion, we can like really sell this thing.
Oh, I can
Yeah.
add some. What
so minor
kind of-
illusion is a static image.
Or sound.
Thaumaturgy
Or
is
sound.
the sound.
Thaumaturgy is sound only.
Yeah, that's fine. So a
Yes,
minor
we
illusion.
can do this together, and that also makes sense for us being next to one another.
So I'm going to
Trust me on this.
cast a minor illusion of a dying deer right in the middle of this cave towards the front of it.
Okay.
Like the sound of a
It's
dying
just
deer.
Yeah.
Just Bambi.
Yeah.
Mommy.
Thumpers over there.
I'm the skunk now.
Oh my god, I have flower.
Oh, that's the one.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Go.
So, minor illusioning.
Minor illusioning a dying deer towards
Dying
the
deer.
entrance of the thing.
Okay.
Let's make this the deer.
Do you
Y'all
want
can
me
make
to
some
make some
sounds?
sounds?
Well, no, you're not gonna make the sounds. Like you're doing that. What are you doing?
I'm making the sound for the deer to help it.
Okay.
Be
so
more
you're
believable.
both doing different deer.
Oh, I'm doing the sound for
Oh, same
that
deer.
deer on his
Because mine
minor
only does
illusion.
image.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. So you've created the image of the deer.
Yeah.
You're creating the sound of the deer.
These things.
Okay. So the image of the deer, like on the ground, laying over.
Yeah, like it had
Okay.
just stumbled over.
Okay.
Right next
What
to
is
the
your spell
microphone.
save?
That was
DC?
the sound of the dying deer.
So
That's
my
next
spell
now.
save is 18.
18. Hope. What is your spell save DC?
Tell me what
I
it
feel
is.
it's like 14 or something, because it would be your I'm pretty sure you're casting with charisma.
Yeah.
It would be 15, I think.
15. Okay. All right.
No problem.
I was just like,
Well,
I don't have a section for this.
It should be on there. I think, right?
I think you
Spell
might
save
write it.
DC. It should be bottom center.
God damn
Under
it,
your
my
attacks
spell
and
save is way
spellcasting.
higher than I've been.
Under here?
Well, now
It's
you
not
know.
like an actual number that
Yeah.
you just write in. You actually have to write in like spell save DC instead
Oh,
of number.
okay. Then
Because right,
that's,
yeah, because not every class has a spell save DC.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write it up here just
So
so
it's
that I
8 plus your proficiency, so plus 3, so that's 11, plus your charisma bonus, which is plus.
Twitter's saying you have great hair.
plus 2.
So your spell save
Hey!
DC is actually 13.
Thanks, Twitter.
You just dabbed with your.
Alright.
Oh, that's happening.
Dab
So-
on them haters.
The doctor summoning the image of the dying deer. Elith and Allura up ahead. Hope making the sound of the deer. Doing your best. Waiting for some kind of a response. Elith, you're kind of listening. Allura, you're listening. And you can hear that there's some very faint words of kind. And then just kind of.
Mommy?
Mama?
And the rest of you looking in, trying to see any kind of movement. You two listening for any sounds of movement. There doesn't appear to be any sounds of movement.
Oh, we tried to make this easy.
Fuck, well. We could just commence to murdering.
Do we do the fire? Or
No,
is
because
that-
now I think it's fishy
a
if
big-
there's another thing.
Big place, so I think it'll take a long time for it to get smoked out.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of luring them inside. Maybe one of us should just be bait.
Or sin. Oh,
Or
I'm
sin.
Not, you know what? I'm not with you guys.
Would
now.
not
No.
doing
it's
anything
really
to cinnamon.
Well, nothing would happen to Cinnamon. Cinnamon would run the other way.
We've already gone through the Pokemon theory. It's not gonna happen.
Fine.
So, what are you doing?
So they're not responding.
Do you want me to be bait?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
How quickly can you run, Wes?
I can run pretty fast.
I'm gonna smack it
But
with
here's what you
guidance
do:
on it.
pretend like you're
Okay.
hunting the deer, and then you trip and hurt your leg.
I will do that.
Okay. So slapping guidance on him. So you've got for the next minute, anytime you roll an ability check or an attack roll, you can add a D4 to it if you'd like. So just an ability check.
Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of chasing this down. Go ahead, act it up for me. What are you doing?
Hold on.
This is a performance check. right?
D4.
No. What are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
What are you
So I'm
doing?
gonna
How
walk
are you doing it?
walk up to as I'm walking up to the fake deer. Oh boy!
Fuck.
Finally! I've bested this beast, and I'm going to be eating it for all time's sake.
There's
Oh!
no
And then I fake trip over it on the ground. And I'm gonna hold my spear, like pretending it's like in, or my trident pretends in me, on the ground, like, oh no! Oh god! I have stabbed myself with my own trident! How unfortunate this is! Oh no, there's 2 things out here to eat! Ah!
Go ahead and roll a performance check and add your D4 if you want.
Jesse, you're missing some bits right now.
Ooh, that's not good.
Oh no.
Throw a little D4 on that.
There. 7.
Plus your performance modifier.
Oh,
Do you
oh.
have-
Which I think is 0.
You've got a
Yeah.
bit of.
Zero,
Oh.
so 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
No
It's like they're
charisma.
not biased. They're just sitting there like
You kind of just. It's one of those things where you think you're doing a pratfall, but you really just actually face plant and hurt yourself and just kind of fuck. Oh no! And just kind of catch it afterwards.
How'd you roll?
Not good.
Bad.
Got 7.
Oh!
Oh!
They like in bits.
Yeah. So
They've never seen theater.
so with that,
I'm
you
convinced.
kind of
I'm funny today. You guys.
focusing solely on that. You are oblivious to what's happening further inside.
I'm
You two
trusting my friends to help me.
You two up against the wall where you are.
Knifey stabby.
You begin to hear some low chatter and some, and then pattering of footsteps that get a little bit closer. So they're gonna slide forward. They're gonna jump. Actually, move. They're gonna jump off the edge.
Cool.
Slide up, and one more forward there. And at this point, you two are now in line of sight, but you've been holding action. So I'll let you go ahead and make attack rolls with advantage because you are. This is definitively surprise. So you get advantage on your attack rolls. It is treated as a first round of combat, so for you it's automatic sneak attack if you hit. You get all 3 of your attacks.
And each of my 3 attacks
Holy
is.
shit, that's gonna be a massacre.
Well, I mean, I can really only use one because it's silver, but it's double with the short swords, right? Like each of my 3 attacks is 2 strikes.
Yes. I just don't know if that has to be bow attacks for Gloomstalker.
Nope, it doesn't.
It's
For
just-
dread
It's just attack.
it's just
Yeah.
attack? Okay, yeah. Your character, I will trust you on it. Alrighty, so
Fuck him up.
Allure, you were there first, so I'll go ahead and let you make your first attack. At advantage.
Yep.
That's good.
You just
I don't
turned into a
remember how to
fine
do
red
this.
mist.
I'm supposed
That'll
to
be
disguise
a 24.
actually stabbed myself.
24 will hit.
It's starting to blink.
Guys, Les Paul is hurt.
Yep. So yeah, so you still get your
How do
three
I do
attacks.
this again?
Oh my
I
god.
mean,
Do you want to attack
I know that
the
they're
one-
probably werewolves and the other
Wait,
short.
sorry, what is it you're using again?
I have my 2 short swords. One of them is silver and one of them's not.
Right, okay.
So even
So if that's the case, yeah, you can attack twice with your silvered one. The non-silvered one does nothing.
Yeah.
So it's up to you if you wanted to attack with it again or
can I use the pommel to hit them in the head with it? Is that going to be effective at all? Probably not.
not
No.
to your
Okay.
knowledge. No. But so that'll hit.
Yeah, so it's 8 points of cold damage.
8 points of cold.
Cold magic damage.
No, with sneak attack because you rolled an advantage, you automatically get sneak attack.
Okay. With three of them, right?
Correct.
Big flex.
Oh,
That was a bad roll, you guys. I'm sorry. So it'll be
Normally sorta sneaky.
7 plus 6.
That's still not bad.
7 plus 6, so 13. Okay. Just give me 1 second here.
Yo, someone roasting us on Twitch.
Is that why you took your hair out?
Okay.
No, but my one broke and I felt bad about the
Oh no.
So you hit for 13 points.
Okay.
So
It's just
I
7 plus
rolled
6.
tasty cheesy.
a 4 on my d8 plus my
Plus your dex, plus 1.
yeah, so plus 4, and then I rolled 6 points on my sneak attack. I rolled
14
I
total.
felt bad about myself.
So 14 points. Alrighty. Good to know. Your first attack.
Nat 20.
Hey!
Okay.
That's
So
what I
that's going to
like.
be 27 to hit.
Yeah. So the natural 20 is an automatic hit.
Okay, sweet.
So in your case, it's 1d6 for the short sword. 1d6 for it being doubled. Plus you roll an additional d8 for the Gloomstalker, I believe. Just double checking that.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
1d8 extra damage.
Yep. 1d8 extra damage of that type. So you get 2d6 plus, because it's a crit, 2d8
Fuck yes.
plus your dex.
Goofy ouch for me.
Who needs goggles? No.
Whenever
buddy.
it's
Okay, so wait,
when it's
sorry,
dark.
2d6,
2d6,
2d8.
2d8
okay,
plus
then-
your dex modifier.
plus
Yeah,
my
one of
dex
the medals.
modifier. No, that's okay, I got this. I'm kind of enjoying these green dice. Thanks, baby. Mwah.
Alrighty. And you're both going to be attacking the same one, I'm assuming? Or are you going for
I'll
different
attack
ones?
the second one.
Okay.
I'll
So,
let-
Allure, you stepping out first, you
Actually-
hitting with your short sword, right?
What? No, I'm hitting with my rapier.
Oh, with your rapier, sorry. Yeah.
You know what? Sorry, I'll attack the same one that
Same.
Allura is attacking.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll say you two with your movement, you have to move up into within 5 feet, so you go ahead and engage both. So you slide around to the other side of Allura. Okay, so do that. At
Surprise,
this point,
motherfucker.
I'll allow you as well to fire off Eldritch Blast because you've been standing there waiting for that.
Yeah, I have.
Okay, so that's going to be 5, 12.
How many do I get again at level 5? 2, right?
18.
Yeah.
Plus your dex.
Yeah, so that's going to be 21 damage.
Damage, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
A
that
heavy hit as your rapier just slides in and instantly jams inside, and then your short sword comes through and does a huge slice right from the edge of the waist right up until the other side of the chest. I'll get you, if you wanted to, make your second attack with your crossbow.
I'm going to save those bolts.
Okay, so you're not going to attack, so you get your second attack with your short sword.
Okay.
Go for it. So this will be another d20 not at advantage because you've now broken your surprise.
Yeah.
But your first attack is advantage.
Okay.
So now that I can see these two, I'd like to cast Hunter's Mark on the second one, the
Sure.
one that isn't already hurt, and
Sounds
go
good.
after that one.
Jordy?
Yep.
I rolled a 19 and a 22 on my first 2 rolls.
Okay, so...
Do you want me to roll again for advantage, see if I crit?
Those two we'll say is your first attack.
Oh, okay,
Right,
yeah.
Yeah, because you rolled 2 dice, so at advantage, it's just the higher of the two.
Okay, so 22.
will hit. And then the second attack,
That is a 26.
26, so I'll hit as well. So go ahead and roll your...
D20, right?
Yeah,
Just
D20
one.
to hit. Yeah,
So that's going to be 20, not natural.
20 will hit.
Yep. Okay. And then this is going to be the 1d6 plus...
Just 1d6
Just
plus your
1d6,
dex.
my dex, okay. No, I get a second d6 because it's Hunter's Mark, right?
Correct, you
Yeah.
get a second d6 because of 100 touch.
Yes.
Fuck them up.
We have.
Okay,
Oh,
so
God.
that's going to be 11 with
11?
my dex bonus, yes.
Okay, good to know. Alrighty, nice heavy hit there. So your 2 attacks, who are you going for? You've got one who's looking pretty hurt at this point, and then the other one who's looking hurt but definitely still okay.
Can I also get in after this if I've been
Yeah,
waiting? Okay,
yeah.
cool.
We'll say if anybody had any range stuff, you'd be able to do that. Less you don't. So
I'm pretending to still be hurt.
Like-
so that's your
Hand to
roll.
my-
Like, how fucked up is the fucked up one?
Pretty hurt.
Okay.
Might do one
I'm gonna
shot.
pop one on each.
Well, you can do them like one at a time. So you can
Okay.
hit the first one.
Yeah, I'll hit the
see
first
if it
one that looks
drops,
fucked
and
up.
then hit the second. So,
Yeah.
Okay, so hit the first. Go for it.
Wow. That is a 14.
14 points. Okay. Good to know. Still up.
Still up? Okay, I'm gonna keep hitting that one.
Yep. So roll your d10 again.
Yeah, right. That's a 10.
That's a 10. And that's enough. So first one on the left side there drops.
Cool.
Yeah.
My left.
This one.
Sorry. Yep. There you go. That one drops.
And then I get temporary hit points from that guy.
Correct. So you would get. I think it's. You get your warlock level plus
You
your
get like
charisma bonus.
covered in like
Yeah, so
blood
10.
or something.
Yeah, so you would regain 10 temporary hit points, which lasts until you take a short rest.
I miss Elton.
Okay. In your case?
I want to cast Toll the Dead on that so they make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Wisdom save, spell save DC.
15.
That is a natural 17 plus 0.
Okay.
Yeah. So no damage for that one.
Bye.
Hope if you had your heavy crossbow, so I'll let you take a shot as well if you wanted to.
I would rather not use my heavy crossbow. I'd rather use a firebolt.
Oh yeah, of course, firebolt. Yeah. So go ahead and make a ranged spell attack.
I have a question. My third attack that I couldn't use, can I hold that as like a dodge or parry
No, because you
action?
bonus action to 100.
Fair enough.
So it's plus proficiency, so that's a 15.
15 will hit. Go and roll
Nice.
damage.
Sweet.
Get him. Get him.
2d10.
It's smoking out these bad
Got the horses in the back.
horses in the back.
Ooh, and that is.
I mean, we do, technically. It's just cinnamon, though.
Swimming in the back.
That is
More
19
stuff is
hit.
attached.
19? You don't get any bonuses on it. It's just the damage.
Oh, really? I thought I said I put plus
It's
intelligent and plus
just to hit.
proficient. Alright, 15.
Yeah, so 15. Okay.
And what you're dipping that into.
Okay. So
Zufu?
yeah.
Oh.
The bread is really good. Alrighty, so first round of combat, one werewolf or one female wolf you can see kind of like very wolf characteristics begins to shift and then instantly drops into a wolf, begins to shift into a wolf form and then just falls over dead. Second one, very badly hurt at this point, starting to backpedal a little. Go ahead and get everybody to roll initiative at this point.
Hey.
And we'll see how this progresses.
Oh shit.
Not 20.
Oh! Not
Nice.
one.
Nat 19.
Shit, okay, hold on. Do you want me to roll a thing?
Yeah.
That was like 6, 6, 6, 19.
Okay. So.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, is there a smaller bowl?
God, Jesse, I'm so sorry.
What'd you do?
He rolled bad.
And rolled great.
He rolled bad.
Oh,
And he rolled good.
Oh,
You rolled
fuck.
real good.
Alright.
All right.
Can I roll my own?
Yeah, you can.
You gave him permission. The roll extends. All right. So
Sorry,
25
man.
and 20.
20.
20 even.
Oh.
Yeah.
Um,
Natural 19 plus 1. 20.
Okay. 20.
26.
26.
22.
25.
22.
Whoa, yes, you guys, yes.
No worries.
All right. So that'll be
Grab some bread.
Leith.
Can you
Laura.
grab some bread for the side of the table, Jesse?
Yeah, please
Por
bring
favor.
all for
Leith.
us.
Please
too.
bring all bread.
Less. What'd you roll?
I rolled a 4.
Okay.
I rolled a nat 1.
And what was your-
Oh, I don't actually know. What was
What
mine?
did you roll?
It was a
It was
4.
Oh, 4.
Plus
So
your-
4
your
plus.
modifier.
Okay, so that's 8.
Okay.
That's not the worst.
All right.
Mine was the worst. I rolled a now.
Dog and boat. Okay, top of the round, Leith, you're up first. You can see the wolf is beginning to shift into long, elongated claws, and the snout is beginning to form. Okay, you get your attacks in before they can do anything.
I'm gonna attack with the silver short sword.
Go
Just
for it.
weave it in. And oh fuck, 7. Okay, so that's gonna be 14 to hit.
14 still hits. Go
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And this is gonna be the 2d6s again, right?
Correct.
Come on, baby. Mama needs to fuck up this wolf. Fuck yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
8 for 12.
12. Alrighty. Still standing, but definitely on the hurt side.
Okay. Thank you.
Nothing else that you can do at this point.
Not really. Yeah, no, because my second attack would be with the other short sword, right?
Yeah, which you
I
know
mean-
from being told that would do no damage.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll hold on and just brace. Can I use that second attack instead to like?
You've got a bonus action because it's your attack, and it's a bonus action to hit with your offhand. So, like, the bonus action could be if you see another creature to move Hunter's Mark or something
Yes.
else. But
I'll
that's
definitely say
currently
that.
all you can see right
Okay.
now. Okay, thanks.
Are you sure?
Good for now.
Just put it over here on this side of the table.
Well, I just don't. There's not very much bread left.
No, no, it's fine. I got another one for myself earlier.
Okay.
Good job, Jordy.
I'm good.
Okay, I just don't want you to miss out on the delicious snacks.
Alright, so
That was good.
that was good
Delicious.
from you.
Yeah.
That's gonna be your turn. Allura, you're up next. So standing right beside it, you've got one of your allies within 5 feet.
Sneak.
I'm gonna stab with my rapier.
Stab
So
away.
what I would recommend here, because of how your sneak attack works, is no allies can be within 5 feet of you. You need to swap around to the other side of the creature. There you go.
Yeah.
Alright, so go ahead and make your attack.
Corner it.
That's
Ooh,
That is
that's
cocked
cocked.
as hell.
Yeah.
Oh.
What did we say? 13.
13 hits. Roll damage.
Oh,
So you get your
Jesus.
1d8
Those are bad
plus
darts.
your sneak attack.
I don't think that they're very.
good at what they do. Yes.
I don't think they're very skilled.
Wait, are we sure these aren't prisoners? No.
No, but like
11.
perhaps
Oh,
they're.
no.
Oh, 11.
I don't know that that would stop old Duck.
15 points.
15
My
points.
alignment's
Alrighty,
really
you've got a second attack, still standing, barely hanging
Guilty
on.
by association.
If you wanted to fire off one of your crossbow bolts, or if you want to leave it.
Kick her in the shin.
So petty. I mean, I'm into it, but so petty.
Can I, like, tripping them? I can't do that, right?
Yeah, that's an action
Knock 'em on there.
instead of attacking.
Okay.
Headbutt. Uppercut. Come
Yeah,
here,
I
That's
am
your turn.
going to, yeah.
Okay. Alright, that's going to be Allura's turn done. Leaf, you're up.
I'm
You
gonna,
can see this creature's on its last legs, really
Christ.
beginning to shift into
yeah,
that wolf
I'm gonna
form.
try and toll the dead again.
Toll the dead, alright. Wisdom saving
Yeah.
throw. Natural 13 plus 0. Gonna roll 2d12.
Yeah.
The one thing that d12s get used
Yeah,
for.
what? Fuck.
Toll the dead.
Oh, wait. Shit, I think I only have one. Can I get?
That's a D10.
Oh. Do I even?
It's the one that looks like a
Oh.
D20, but it's got the not triangle.
Okay, no, I still do need it. Thank you very much. 10 points,
10 points?
of damage.
And with that, the wolf falls to the ground, half
first
in and
kill.
out of its wolf form. You do notice that as the two fall to the ground, because this just rapidly happened without them really being able to make a sound, they both began to shift into the wolf form, and upon a final killing blow being dealt, reverted back into a humanoid form as they both fell to the ground.
Nice.
Alrighty.
Oh.
Nicely done.
I'll loot the body.
So,
You
Yeah,
guys,
let's
I
loot
think
some
I
blood.
accidentally stabbed
Now,
myself for
shut
real.
up, shut up, shut up. There's
Okay.
still wolves here.
So,
so all of you now checking the bodies really quick. Go and just make an investigation check.
Yeah, I'd also be
Can I as
interested to
well?
see if there's like maybe spell components or something I could use for a weapon on them from their like actual bodies.
Ooh, that one's good. 16.
16. They're carrying spears. They have no armor, tattered clothes, very ripped and torn. You can see kind of claw marks across them. Otherwise, nothing on their bodies.
Cool. Do we wanna shift into them?
Do the old...
Do the old
We could skin
sneak
them.
in? We could skin them.
God, go in
And
on
where
fire.
they're-
Wow.
and
They're
where
human
they're
right now.
They're human right now.
We could still do
Potato,
it.
potato.
Buffalo Bill.
Who are you?
This got dark.
You've been lying to
I
us
mean,
this whole
Elise isn't a
time.
vegetarian. It's fine.
I'm into this new elite.
People are
I'm going
meat.
to get you guys to just slide your minis off of that one. And we'll get you to move in slightly. And we'll go ahead and remove that one. Because now you're able to see a little bit further in.
Oh shit.
It's blocked.
She's a dungeon crawl.
We've got a scrolling side platformer.
This is
I think
fun.
Whoa.
Whoa.
There.
Bata.
This one.
You like that?
God, yeah.
This one
Just go
goes
for a little
here
snap.
further over. So it's okay. We can't use that one
Yeah.
yet.
That's fine.
You actually aren't able to see
No,
around the corner at this
just
point yet.
wait till we get there.
Yeah, you aren't even able to see around the corner
The
at this point
fog
yet.
of
So.
war still persists.
Exactly. Fog of war. Thank you. Alrighty, so as you make your way inside, successfully dispatching the first of the enemies, you see that on the left, a 5-foot-high stone ledge overlooks the large cave, which has a smoldering campfire that you can just kind of see a little bit of light on the far side of this page here, up against what would be the empty space that you currently can't see because you're not quite far enough yet.
Yeah.
But you do see that there is a little bit of campfire coming, firelight coming out through there, and a few shadows that are being cast. On the right-hand side, over on that, excuse me, looking up and seeing this large pool of water, you see that there's a gash in the rocky ceiling that allows the gray light and cold drizzle of the outdoors to seep into a dark, torch-lit cave. Underneath it, an underground spring forms a pool of crystal clear water, roughly 40 feet across.
That's your
And
favorite.
then along the right-hand side, you see that there are a few crates piled against the cavern walls.
Crates?
Just a little bit further on.
Right. Right.
There's probably stuff in there.
Quick thought. What we learned of Esmeralda is that running water is useful against the undead.
Yeah, but that's still water.
Specifically vampires.
Vampires.
Not
Yes.
undead.
Sorry, specifically vampires. So they've got a natural defense in this cave
That's still
against
water.
vampires.
An underground spring is not running water.
Damn it!
No,
Alright.
it's like
What
a
if we
river
go
or a
and
stream.
move it?
Yeah. I was just thinking maybe
Blow
they
on it.
weren't necessary on the side of the vampires, but it looks
Well,
like they
we
are.
may have made our choice already.
We're against Strahd no matter what. Doesn't
Yep.
really matter if they
We're
know that
Team
we aren't.
Edward.
So,
I'm
Oh
team
my
Edward.
God.
That's dope.
Okay, so wait,
Uh,
which side is the fire with the figures around it?
fire with the figures is further over that side, right where Allure's dice tray is.
Okay.
We could also check out these crates. Crates sound fun.
Can we hear anything coming from the right-hand side?
From the right-hand side, you hear a very slight, slow drizzle of water coming in from the ceiling into that pool. Otherwise, nothing. You do notice that both sides are fairly well lit with torches, so there doesn't appear to be any real darkness.
But the passageway goes down farther past here. It doesn't
Correct.
end
The water
here.
continues
I
on
don't have
further,
dark
and you can see further on the other side there are
I
two
have
crates
dark
at the end of that.
I think that perhaps we should attack before we
Yeah, good
are
idea.
taken
Let's
unawares.
let's get to killing.
Actually,
You want to go?
gift shop
You want to go
after.
towards the light?
Can we get them over here somehow? Can I have... I guess I can't have transferred Hunter's Mark to one of the figures by the fire.
You have to be able to see them. You can't see anything right now. You see the fire light, but you see shadows.
So did I
on the
lose
ground.
that
bit.
Hunter's
Let's
Mark
hit
and
the
I have to
bit.
recast
Alright,
it?
which one do you want?
Hunter's
Yeah,
the
they're
same
yeah,
guy.
the same.
I think it's within an hour I could
I
just
saw you just go
transfer
there.
it.
It persists on the dead body.
You gotta.
As long as you
Okay.
I'm
see
purely
something
just
eventually
another.
within
Oh, I don't know
an
what they
hour,
sound
you
like,
can
so I can't
transfer
say
it.
Oh, great.
But I can motion.
So you guys want to go and look at the campfire before we go looting
I will.
things?
Yes, I think that's wisest.
Yeah, I think we should probably get to murdering so they don't try and catch up on us.
Pretty far away. I don't think they
Should we
see
try
us.
and lure them over here?
That's what we're thinking.
Okay.
But then we could just, that eliminates the point of going over there. If we're going to lure them over here, should we just go see what the crates are about? And if we're going to...
No, because
can-
our attention's going to be distracted
We
by
don't want to
looking
get
at crates.
snuck up on.
Do you want
Exactly.
to? Let's do it. The thing.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
do it.
We're each gonna shift into one of the wolf ladies
Okay.
with disguise self.
Because of their size, Leaf, you are not able to make yourself
Are
small
they-
enough.
I can do 5. They're shorter than 5 feet.
They are.
I can split my
I thought it was plus or minus 1 foot.
3 feet.
Oh, it's 3
for
feet.
furbolgs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if it's 3
Sweet.
feet, then
Yeah.
no, you're good.
It's
Sorry, I
one
thought it
of
was 1 foot.
It's all good. It's all
Yeah.
good.
gonna make myself small.
Yeah, it's
Alrighty,
really
so shifting yourself down into the very
Tiny
petite
leaf.
forms, adopting the torn clothing. You do mimic them identically. Their body's now on the ground.
Cool.
I feel different.
This feels good.
You're very
we're
good
gonna-
at that.
Let's. Okay, you guys hide around these little corners and nooks and crannies.
In here?
We're gonna get up there and try and get their attention.
Alright, let's move
Hey
these.
Jordy, just doing a quick scan. What
You can pull that side off.
what are
Actually,
the walls?
Considering we're not
because you're
going.
not on that side of the thing right now.
The walls are like stone, right?
The walls
Yeah.
are stone.
Okay, cool. Just want to double check.
It's a cave, so they're like.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure. Just want to make sure. The
right
semantics
there like
are
that.
important here, as I have named
Okay,
this.
so we can
I
literally
sneak
go
over
up
here
to like
too.
here.
Nice.
Okay. Here, I'll just kind of put it
Oh,
close
sorry.
as well.
No, this actually goes.
Oh, okay.
okay.
So where the
Cool.
walls kind of.
Noise?
I see.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And then this was the one thing is it just for some reason didn't have that, but that is a wall.
Okay, sweet.
Alright.
This is cool.
So who's going up?
Leaf and I are going, but before I hit that corner and see them, I want to use minor illusion, which can either do sound or thing,
Yep.
and
Or thing.
mimic a wolf howl, and then come running around the side, and then motion them to go that way.
Okay. Go and roll a performance check.
Mm-hmm.
You're good at that.
Can I give him guidance on this? Okay, fair enough.
Oof.
No, okay. Well, it's still a. It is a 5 plus 9, 14.
14. Okay.
I hate when he says okay
I
like that.
know.
The howl echoes. Where is it that you're placing the howl? From where the women were?
Yeah, from where we were.
Okay. So you make the howl noise, and you begin to hear a couple of,
Fuck, we started a fur pile.
and then hop around the corner.
Yep.
And you
Some
see
yiffin happening in here.
beside the fire
Real yiffy hours.
We started the fire.
4, 5, 6.
Yep.
And
That's okay. We're fine.
1 with his back turned.
Hater.
Which is a different.
So, coming around the corner, you see the sounds of the flute.
We're not all the way out there.
What?
You see the sounds of the flute
Get in the shit.
seem to be coming from a fairly hunched over looking humanoid man. But bottom half has been transformed into a wolf legs. So he's kind of like sitting down on
Yeah.
the ground, but still has a human head and humanoid arms. With the sound of that, the flute instantly stops, and all of the wolves that were down in full wolf form all kind of perk their ears up and look over at the sound, and he just kind of and then begins to turn around and get up and turn into a full wolf form right as you come around the corner. Looking at the two of you, okay. The two of you come around the corner, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so you're going to pop yourselves
Yeah.
further out.
Not all the way. Okay.
Well, you gotta go out,
Yeah,
for
that's
fuck's
good.
sake.
You have to be able to be seen.
Yeah, that's fine. We're seeing now.
No, don't go all the way out.
Don't do that.
I'm just your feet.
So you're seen in plain view now.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm motioning towards the front
Okay.
of the cave
All right.
and trying to look as though there's danger there.
Yeah, I'm honestly just following suit. I am terrified.
Okay. I'll get you both to go ahead and make deception checks for me.
Fucking damn
With
it.
disadvantage.
Okay.
What do you think was gonna happen?
Well, you never know.
I mean, they're gonna be suspicious either way.
You're gonna be wolf mimes.
Whoa!
Oh.
Way to go there, Mr. Shaw.
That's a 24.
I got a 15.
At disadvantage?
Yeah. I rolled a 15 and a 17.
I rolled an 18 and a 17
Whoa.
with a -2.
We just
so-
burned all of our luck
Sorry, what was
tokens.
your so
Yeah.
total 24,
24.
15.
15? Okay.
It's better than A, so
Do you have negative charisma?
yeah, I got -2 charisma.
Why did I bring you?
Because I'm the only one that can do this.
Oh, that's
I
Wait.
actually have.
Yeah.
I have disguise self.
Okay. As you come
Might
around
have
the
negative
corner,
one charisma.
gesturing,
Two.
and turning to run back to the source of the sound, you see that the elderly man kind of puts the flute down and transforms into the full wolf form.
Yeah.
You two maintaining your humanoid forms?
Yeah.
Okay. The wolves begin to rise. The man slinks down into a four-legged wolf form, and they begin to move forward. You turn around to continue moving.
Yeah, I want to lead him out of the fucking
Yep.
Yeah.
And running out of there, they begin to chase after you. We'll move them forward 4 squares each. And I need to know what everybody else has been doing in this time. Are you holding an action? Are you
Yeah.
waving
I would have been
Surprise.
holding
Pew,
an
pew.
attack.
holding
goes
a
over a
crossbow?
fucking fire
No,
show.
a rapier. I'm gonna wait for them to come right around this corner.
Okay, so if you're holding an action, you are not holding movement. You are standing still, waiting for someone to come and hit you.
Yeah.
You can't run in and then hit them. So that is one thing that they need to, like, for where you are, where you're hidden, and how large that chamber is. Yes, technically you could do that, but they're going to see you long before they get into melee range with you.
Right.
If they're like speeding around this corner,
Yeah, it doesn't. You're in plain view as soon as they pop further out into that corner. They're not going to get to here and not notice you.
We could hold an action on the non-silvered bolts and bet that some of those are regular wolves and not werewolves.
Yeah, what did they look like? Or coming around the corners?
You guys can't.
Yeah,
see
we
them.
can't talk about
we
it.
wouldn't know
Yes,
that.
You don't know.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
You see that there are 6 wolves
Yeah.
and one who was a humanoid who has transformed into an
So
identical
you know there's
looking
one.
wolf.
Yeah.
There is no difference between the wolves and the humanoids.
Okay.
But didn't we see them like in battle last time? We wouldn't have been
You
able
saw them in battle.
Yeah, we
None
can't
of you
tell.
have seen. You two have
Yeah.
seen.
Okay, yeah,
that
sorry.
there were 6 in wolf form, one that was in humanoid form.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold my.
There
And
were
I didn't
also
even see
in the
the
other ones
wolves.
as well. The werewolves last time. There were the 2 that were different. There were 4 that were identical. They didn't look no different
yeah.
to the other wolves. It
Yeah.
was just the 2 that were bigger.
I'm gonna hold my crossbow action until I see someone come around the corner.
Okay.
I'm gonna
crossbow
hold-
with a regular bolt.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna hold firebolt.
Firebolt.
I'm gonna hold my bow because I'm betting, like, I was with Carmen when she told me to aim for the other wolves, so I'm gonna hope that I can see some of the ones that look like the ones we were shooting at before.
It's literally blind fire because
Okay.
there is no difference. There's nothing that alerts you to a difference from a regular wolf to a werewolf.
All you know is
at
that
all.
Jesse and Leaf went around a corner.
No, I know that, but I mean, like, we.
No, you saw them before, and you saw the 2 big ones. So if you see ones that are big, you know to
So
avoid
prepping
them.
for my
Yeah,
roll
that's
The
with
little
Richard's
ones,
backstory.
it's literally a crapshoot. You're gonna roll a die, and you're gonna hit what you hit.
Yeah, I understand that, but I think that Elise, knowing that, like, her only chance to get a surprise off is with her bow, she's still gonna probably try and just get a regular wolf because I assume that there's some in here. There were some with them before.
Okay, so you've got a regular bolt, regular crossbow bolt. What are you holding?
I don't want to waste my bolts, so I'm still gonna.
But they might be regular wolves, so you could still potentially hurt them with a regular bolt.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that. I'll hold just like a regular bolt.
Regular bolt and crossbow. Okay. And then you 2 in the disguise form.
Bolting around
Yeah,
the corner.
you're.
I'm gonna
your
get
action
around the
to move
corner.
Yeah, I
around.
want to try and get back to the
Alright,
world.
so you 2 running.
Yeah, me too.
All of them begin to move. You hear the heavy footfalls and the snarling and the snapping of the jaws. And then as you continue running, they stop. And you can see kind of a cocked head look behind you, at your backs as you kind of turn around and you hear that. You look back over your shoulder and there's a cocked head look from the one in front. And just kind of the...
Yeah.
Knew it was gonna happen.
Okay, well, that's
No.
fine.
And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Yay!
So,
Where's my other
Ooh, that was good too.
That was pretty alright.
Okay.
Very up and down today, folks.
Yeah, you guys. Woo.
I might try another die.
I'm gonna run to the washroom.
I mean, at least I got them further away.
Quickly.
That's all that matters.
Minus
Brings
17.
them closer in.
If anybody can remember that
Look,
for me while I
we have
Gotcha.
17 initiative.
okay.
17.
We had a fun bit.
It was a good dead.
Alrighty, so this is going to be second
But-
fight.
Gonna get jumped on.
Initiatives here.
Can I just get up like a one more space?
You did it.
I just want to be overall. They know you're there now.
Alrighty.
It's not gonna be
25 to 20 initiative.
I think.
She has.
At least-
17.
17.
I think she's added this wrong because she rolled a 19 in her.
No,
initiative save.
she. That's not right. She
Oh.
hit that when she
Oh,
went down.
okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So nobody 25 to 20.
No.
Okay. 15 to 20.
17.
17?
18.
18.
Yeah.
17. Okay.
14.
14. Okay.
And then 10.
And 10. Okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
We're in the thick of it now, gang.
18. Sorry. 18.
find out.
18. Leaf.
Yeah.
Less.
Where are
Mind
the
if I
cards?
open this
I
one up
still
and
need to
just keep
stress
running?
some more.
Okay.
And it's still
17.
15.
Where's
15.
the tail?
Who was the
15.
other 17?
17.
Who was the other 17?
Okay, Alith.
It was just
Just one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Candy.
Candy.
With your
14.
Zitsy. Oh, golly.
It's okay. I'm prepped with the bar.
Turn around. Ah!
okay, and then you were 10.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna mark off my.
Anyone else want to
You stress either way.
There's candy now, so the game has changed.
Okay.
Oh, no.
I literally spent all of these sessions just eating stressy.
Yeah. The fucking peaks and valleys of this game are brutal.
Yeah.
Like it's just like let's roleplay for
Is it me?
a whole day, and then it's like
yes,
okay, let's
you want those. My little orange friends, how
And
do you
there's
do?
still some dip.
Yes.
Doc, you said you were 15?
15.
That's right.
Alrighty. So, top of the rounds. We have 3.
fuck.
Shit.
That's not what.
1, 2, 3. So this one. Let's move them. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30.
And then we're shooting those guys.
20, 25, 30.
Okay, so when these ones come around the corner, the people who are holding actions, so you've got a regular shot, you've got a firebolt, regular shot. Pick your targets, let me know which ones you're attacking, and we'll go from there.
I'm gonna go for this guy right behind Leaf.
Okay,
Who goes
so go ahead and
first?
make your attack. We'll do it in initiative order, so it'll be
Oh, fuck.
Leaf first.
That's a
Or
1.
Les first.
First.
Or you want?
It's a nat 1.
Natural one.
Beautiful.
So you kind of
Yeah,
like
sorry for that.
not really used to having a bow at this point. You're so used to your trident, unable to make anything, and it just twing and bolt
You
impacts.
try using it like a
impacts
trident.
against the ground. No.
Ah! Oh,
Second one will go Leaf.
Okay.
that's
I'm gonna attack the one that's come up really close as well.
Okay.
And I'm gonna transfer Hunter's Mark to it before I attack.
You can't. This is just straight up an attack with a reaction. You're holding an action. There isn't any way.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not a full turn. You're just releasing the thing that you've already done.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay.
yeah, but you do get your regular attack.
Okay.
Oh!
That's 2 nat 1s.
Well, it's 10.
If it's a natural 1, it's an automatic miss.
Yeah, it's not 1.
Alright, so that is an automatic miss. Alrighty.
We were so surprised by the
Firebolt.
thing we prepped to do.
Yeah.
Oh god, they're here!
Oh, ha!
We did so well last time, guys.
Yeah.
No.
15.
13 will hit. Go and roll damage.
Yay!
Finally.
There are only
Is this a
2
special? Is this a
unsuspecting
special bolt or a
guards.
normal bolt?
It's Firebolt.
Oh, firebolt.
So that's
Not a great roll with 2 d10s.
Could be worse. Could be worse.
Gotta hit.
Yeah, that's
you could
a
have a
6.
nat 1.
That's a 6.
Yeah, you could have that one like me.
Yeah.
Okay. 6 misses. The bolt
Oh, no.
skitters off to the side.
6 damage.
Oh, sorry, 6 damage.
6 damage.
Six
Sorry,
damage.
yeah, no, I got a
And which one were
50
you
to hit.
attacking?
The one that's closest to us.
Okay.
But yeah, sorry, 6 points of
6
damage.
points of damage. Okay, so the fire impacts against this, and you hear the
Oh.
and then the feral aspect comes back out. Go ahead and fire a regular bolt. Which one are you hitting? That one there. Alright, go ahead and make your attack.
She's like fucking disguise didn't seem to work for her.
Man.
6s today for me, hey? 13.
13 will hit.
And yours is a regular bolt.
Do I get a sneak attack on that?
Sneak attack on that? No. Because you're not within 5 feet and there's no allies threatening you
That's
within 5
before they
feet.
start splitting up. Just
Right.
like the packs.
But it's
just-
not
If you can
because
get
it's a surprise attack?
No, this is different because they know that something's up. The previous one didn't know what was going on.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why you had advantage on all of your rolls. This is just you guys were holding an action before combat started.
Oh, that's not the right dice.
Oh my god, you guys. What is going on?
Getting mom spaghetti right now.
Okay.
8.
8. Alrighty, 8 points. Nice heavy impact of the bolt, and you can see that, and definitely reacting to it. Definitely appears to be at least one regular wolf amongst these. At this point, with them coming up into combat here, you just hear the and just echoes throughout the chamber from these three as they go in for attacks. There's going to be 3 attacks against you, Leaf.
Sick.
So
Bye.
first attack.
Just had to go to the
Protect
campfire.
the cleric.
I wanted to see the crates.
Decent AC.
But we know that at least one of them,
Leaf, that is an 18 to hit.
That'll
I
miss.
can
That'll miss.
3 attack him.
Second
First
attack.
round.
That one got hurt.
That's
Yep.
a 19 to hit.
This one.
If
So
it's
that's a
mine's
problem.
19, so
Meter beat.
meter beat, yeah, it's
That
yeah,
hits.
yeah.
Okay. So this is going to be damage.
Is there still one of these guys left?
Yeah.
Peanut butter.
Alright,
So just
so
a
you
single
take
one?
7
Is that
points of
2?
piercing damage, and then you
There's
can make a
2.
strength saving
Okay,
throw.
I'm gonna snag the other one because I didn't get
Okay.
one yet.
Sorry, 7 points.
7 points and a
Thanks,
strength save.
humans. For the snacks.
It's 10 for a strength saving throw.
10 for a strength saving throw?
Yeah.
That is not going to do it.
Uh-oh.
So, Leaf, you in this form that you're in,
Oh, I
are
think it breaks.
knocked prone
Alright.
Shit.
as the wolf jumps up onto your back with you running away, and having turned at the last second, it kind of catches you over and knocks you prone.
This guys didn't work.
The last one there is going to go ahead and make another attack at you. That is... I think that's cocked, but it would have been a 17. Wow, double nat ones.
Okay, I'll take
At
that.
advantage. So, third attack is you're rolling around on the ground.
Yeah.
It sees the smaller form of yourself as it just begins to dissipate and goes for an arm that isn't there. Just impacts its snout against the ground and kind of reels back and just snarling and growling at you. Alright, that's going to be their turn. Next up we go to Leaf and Les. You're at the
Okay.
table, so you get to act first. Your form has dropped at this point.
Yeah, so can I... so I have to stand for my action, right?
You can take an action from the ground. It's just if you
Okay.
try to melee attack somebody, it's a disadvantage.
Can I disengage and get out of there?
Yeah, it's half your movement to stand up, action to disengage, no attacks against you, and then you can move
Yeah, that'll be...
the rest of your movement.
Yeah, cool. So that's what I'm going to do, because I'm
Alright,
going
so you're going to 15 feet to stand
yeah.
up,
So 1,
and then you got 3 squares of movement.
3.
Okay. Alright, so that's going to be your action and
That's
your
sure.
movement. You've got bonus action left.
Bonus action, I'm going to...
Bonus.
Oh yeah, we're in the
I don't know
thick of
what's
things
happening
now.
today,
and
we're all-
it goes. Let's do. I'm gonna cast spiritual weapon.
Okay. At
Yeah.
what level, sir?
Second
boy.
level.
Second level, alright. So, as part of casting it, you do get to make the free attack with it.
Cool. Yeah. So I'm gonna go for the one that goofed me, or actually this one, because
Yeah.
I saw. Yeah.
What's taking damage?
The
It's
2 that are on the
form.
outside are taking
Oh.
damage. The one in the middle is taking nothing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Cool.
As
So-
of yet.
Is it magic?
For me now.
Okay. Cool.
It's a spiritual weapon. Yeah. Alright, so go ahead and roll your attack.
Fuck me with this stick. It's like a 9.
9. 9 is going to miss, unfortunately. You summon the weapon. What kind of weapon do you summon?
Oh, it's the floating moss ball in water. So it's like
Floating
a
moss
little,
ball.
little floating spear.
It's a blitz
Alright.
ball.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit of faux water dripping off of it
Yeah.
onto the ground.
Yeah.
But the moss ball goes in for a swipe, and nothing ends up happening as the
Yeah.
wolf is able to jump out of the way.
My
Alright.
Marimo.
So that's going to be your turn. Les, you're up.
Hey.
So you standing back a ways now. You've got, what is it? You've got a crossbow, right?
Got a crossbow. I've got 2 hand axes.
And
Got
trident.
a battle axe and a trident.
Okay, so you've got everything available to you at the moment. You can drop your weapon and grab a weapon as part of your attack. You can move, you can attack. What do you want to do?
I want to take out me battle axe. And me battle axe, and I want to just with all the berserker rage dart forward and attack this little pup here.
Alright, so battle axe
And
with
destroy
one
a
hand.
puppy.
Go ahead and roll an attack.
Dog raids would not approve.
So this is you're adding your strength plus proficiency.
17.
17 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage. So damage for this is a D8. And it's just adding your strength. No
Okay.
other bonuses.
That's a 6 plus 3.
6 plus 3. Okay. Oh no, it's actually a D8, but you do get, because you're dueling, you're using the battle axe in one hand, you do get an extra 2 points on top of that.
What's in the other?
Your shield.
Right. Oh, yes. Yes.
As long as you're using a shield, so you just add 2 to that. So how much was it total?
So it's 8 or 6 plus 3 plus 2.
6 plus 3.
So
That's
11.
11. That is enough. As that one, you cleave up and through it, and kind of half expecting it to take a little bit longer, you catch it right in the center of the chest and literally just part it at the shoulders.
Dang,
as
homie.
it does not revert into a humanoid form and just
puppy.
falls unconscious as a dead wolf.
And I'm going to look at the other closest pup go.
And you got your second attack.
And I do, and I dart forward and attack that motherfucker.
The one in the middle hasn't been attacked yet. The one on the outside has.
Yeah, that guy's been.
Yeah, well, I'm going to do an attack in this one. Got him hurt him anyway.
That's fair.
Yeah, we'll say that's your 30 feet of movement there. So
That's a
perfect.
very
Go ahead and
less
make your second
option.
attack.
That's 17.
17 will hit. Go and roll damage.
Feeling lucky, so roll the
I forgot
d8.
the-
Feeling lucky,
I
gonna
forgot
fuck
to
up
bring
a
a
puppy.
charger with me.
Oh
so-
my God.
Well, that sucks.
For your shoulders.
Yeah, my speaker is gonna die.
I have a
Yeah.
Bluetooth speaker or a
no
USB.
yeah.
A portable charger.
Oh, nice.
It'll be 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage already. As you cleave into this one with the silver battle axe, and again catch it right in the center of the breast, and kind of lift it up off the ground and throw it back down as it kind of scurries over back onto its feet.
I could get used to this.
It's not too bad.
No, I don't.
That was with
No,
the
they
plus
tried
2
to
bonus.
fuck us
I
up.
feel
I
great.
got rolled 1.
What the story was?
I'm gonna make a fucking werewolf tooth
Oh, no,
necklace.
it's USB.
Gonna be
It's
great.
not a-
Skin some wolves.
No, I know, but you
Take
have
him
a
back.
cord.
No, I don't. That's what I
Village.
mean. It's-
I mean,
I have a cord.
Probably could impress those hunters quite a
Oh, yeah,
bit.
Jenny. Hey, Zoldar.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so
Check this shit out.
thank you. So as that one ends its turn, Elith, we come to you.
Yeah.
2 wolves looking badly hurt at this point, both of them bleeding out of several sides.
Yep.
Definitely appearing to be regular wolves.
Yep. Hunter's mark on the first one.
Yep.
This one there.
Go for it.
Do I get my 3 attacks this time around because it's the
You
first? Yeah. Sweet.
So
Okay.
first attack is against this one.
That one.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
You betrayed me, green dice.
You betrayed me.
But you know what? I still love you, so let's go again.
So attacking the same one.
Yep.
Alright.
Because I've Hunter's marked it, so I'd like
Yep.
to.
You want to finish it off?
Yeah. I would like to finish it off at 28 to hit.
28 will hit.
Yeah.
Okay,
Go
great.
ahead and roll damage. So with this, because this is the second attack on your turn, you do get the extra d8 of damage on this one.
Yeah.
So
Let's score.
and it's dead.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
You
Okay.
have 2 hit points.
Yeah, just
Okay.
bullseye
So-
that guy.
Goodbye.
Hit with your second attack, so that one gets pulled off the board, and you got your third attack as your bonus
So I'm
action.
gonna Hunter's mark that one.
Actually, it's your bonus action to Hunter's Mark something, so you only
Is
actually
it?
get 2 attacks
Oh
with your
damn.
bow. So move it as a bonus action.
I'm gonna grab some.
Moving it is a bonus action because my spell card doesn't say anything about.
Yeah, it's if the creature dies, you may move it to a new target as a bonus action. I think.
Oh yeah, no, you know what? You're right. If the target drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn of yours to mark a new creature.
Exactly.
Okay, so I use my bonus action, but I still get a third attack against that one.
You don't because it's 1 attack is your. Oh, sorry. Yes, you do.
Yeah, because I have 3
apologize.
attacks.
Yes, you
Yeah,
got
so I'll still
multi-attack
attack it. I
plus
just
the
won't.
third attack.
I won't get a Hunter's Mark bonus on it.
Yeah.
So, but I'll still
You
fire.
know what? Actually, technically, you would have actually gotten all 3 attacks because you have multi-attack, so that's 2 attacks, and then you get a third attack for free, and a bonus action would actually have been a 4th attack. So I apologize. Before, with your short sword, you would actually go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Dang.
So you
Ooh.
do 3 attacks with your dominant hand and 1 with your offhand.
Oh, sweet. Okay, that's
So
good to know.
Good to know moving forward.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, but
Yeah.
go ahead and make your third attack.
So that's gonna be 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Yeah.
And
Great.
this one's at 2 hit points as well. It drops to 0 instantly.
Yeah, because it's gonna be.
Yeah, it's going to be damage. Your modifiers alone.
This
so,
one?
Yeah, so all 3 of those wolves are now just.
Oh, what a
healed up,
massacre!
Dead. One of them cleaved in half, and the other
Holy
one,
God.
the other 2 dead to arrows from the leaf.
Bobbity-boobity.
That's going to be your turn unless you want to move anywhere.
No. I'll be right here. That's
All
fine.
right, you're content to stay there.
Actually, you know
next
what?
up-
No, sorry. I'll move out a little bit so I can sort of see the rest of the battlefield.
Okay. All right, and you can see that the wolf that's in front, looking out at this angle, especially with your eyesight and seeing, you can actually see that the face appears to be a little bit more grayed than the others. The other ones are fairly, light brown, dark black.
kill
This one has
wolf, man.
definitely got some age to him.
Can I see anything about the pack dynamics? Like, would I... Like, I guess I'm trying to think of the way that Alith would be able to tell which ones are the wolves that are in charge.
Not as just a free action on your turn, yeah.
Alright.
Alright, next up we go to the doctor and the 3 remaining
I guess
wolves.
the big
You guys
one
get
is
to
in
decide
charge.
who goes first.
I know, but I'm trying to, like,
Doctor
not
gets to go
metagame.
first. So you've got the one that's in front, the one that you know was the humanoid,
Yeah.
and then the other 3 that you're not sure if they're
Okay.
wolves or werewolves.
So first I want to pull back to next to Leaf.
Yep.
Get
So
the
we are
range
safe.
going.
And get some range.
The range going.
And I want to drop 2 Eldritch Blasts into...
The fluter?
Yeah, let's drop them into Fluter.
Okay, go for it. So go ahead and make
Flute
your
it
attacks.
and boot it.
Not as good as Daddy, but I'll take Fluter.
Flute and Boot. That
Flute
is...
and boot.
That's an unnatural 20 and an unnatural 24.
So both hits.
Where?
15 and 19.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll your damage.
Yeah.
It's actually higher because you get your charisma plus your proficiency plus 1. So you're actually adding 9 to each of those. So
No,
it's
I did.
24.
Oh.
And
Oh, plus 9.
28.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, if you roll a
Good.
15, it's a 24. If you roll a 19, it's a 28.
Well, then, that's that. That's what that
so
is.
both of those look.
It's
so
good
go
I
roll
know this for now.
2d10 plus your charisma bonus to each.
2d10 plus charisma bonus to each. Oh, 2d10 each.
Well, it's 1d10,
Yeah, yeah.
and but you hit it twice. So it's 1d10
Oh, yeah, right, sorry.
plus 5,
Second.
1d10
Yeah.
plus 5.
Okay. That is 5 plus 5 is
It's sword
10.
switch.
2 plus 5 is 17. 17.
17 total. Alrighty. Nice heavy hits from the doctor. As you kind of step around the corner and revert back to your human form, or
Oh,
you're
yeah.
keeping the female wolf form.
Yeah, I'm
You're
keeping
still in
no
it.
wolf form. I'm gonna fuck him up.
Isn't it sting to watch
Even
your
the
own
female,
kind
like
kill
holding a
you?
spear, and you just kind of go toss the spear to the side, and then just kind of raise the 2 balls of energy from your hands and Wanda style, just throw them at the creature as it just impacts. You can see the 2 heavy dents where the force damage has been dealt. Definitely looking pretty hurt at this point. A lot more hurt than you would have expected a werewolf to be after just 2 attacks. So, good to know. Next up comes the other 3 wolves. They are
Let's kill their elder.
Yeah.
We killed him. We shot up the children's hospital.
Oh, y'all should have held your action until they came up to me.
30,
And then you
5,
could've
10, 15,
Well,
20,
I mean,
25,
I think it was good that we
30,
took those 2 wolves out.
I'm agree.
Oh no, yeah.
5, 10, 15,
called
20,
West,
25, 30. The last one came quite into range.
But they're just
So,
normal.
Les, this is going to be 2 attacks coming in against you.
I actually
First
got one. I
attack,
just
that
thought,
is
oh, here we go.
19 to hit.
It hits.
And second attack. Actually, wait, no. So you take 5 points of slashing damage,
Okay.
and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
It's like thick werewolves. They knock it down in.
14. 17.
17, okay.
No,
So
just
you
by surprise.
manage to, as it kind of jumps up and latches onto you, and you can feel the weight of the wolf trying to pull you down. You manage to stay on your feet and kind of throw it off to the ground beside you.
Heavy wolf.
Second attack, that's going to be a 15 hit.
Does not.
Does not hit. So the second one coming in, kind of expecting you to be down on the ground, dives low, but you manage to just lift up your legs really quickly, and it jumps kind of underneath you. No damage dealt from the second attack. All right, that's going to be their turn. Next
That's
up, we come
God's
to
height.
Allura.
Bleh.
Okay, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
I'm going to attack this puppy
Get that puppy.
To attack the puppy.
Get
with
the
my rapier.
Okay. I just want to check because of sneak attack how it all works. I think you're going to get sneak attack regardless.
Because
We'll
I've
see.
got.
Well, no, because sneak attack is against a creature. This is where we need to create your flowchart.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I know exactly what it is. It's a creature that an ally is threatening within 5 feet. You get sneak attack. So the one in between you and Les, you
Okay,
get sneak attack.
I'll take that one.
The one that's beside you, if there's anything else within 5 feet of you, you don't get sneak attack. The creature has to be solely, like, think dueling style. Just you and it adjacent to each other.
Okay, well, I'll attack,
You attack
that one
Okay,
then.
so go ahead and make your attack against that one.
I've been getting all 9s this week. Last week
9s are
was
good.
4s. So it'll be 16.
16 will hit. Roll
Okay.
damage plus sneak attack. Guarantee you it dies. Yeah, it does.
Explodes in a
16
cloud.
points
16
of
points.
magical damage.
As magical damage. As the blade pierces in, and you kind of go from one top left side of the shoulder straight through the other side, ting it against the stone on the ground, and then withdraw. The creature just falls limp to the ground. You go and pull that one off in between you two.
And then I'll take my hand cross and do a behind me shot at the one that's this way.
Sounds good. Go for it.
So please, Pierce.
So that is gonna be 15.
15 will hit. So you get 1d6 plus your dex.
7.
7. Alrighty, 7 points. Definitely
Did
looking hurt. It
that
does appear to
look
be taking
like...
damage.
Okay, cool. I am then going to do a little twirl and run away.
Bye!
4 squares to get in, so you got 2 more.
So 1,
I'm out.
2.
Alright, so there you go. Alrighty, getting away. That's going to be your turn. Next up, we come to Hope. So
Yeah.
you've got one that's looking very badly hurt, arrow sticking out of one of the shoulders, and the other one engaged with Les looking fine and kind of like trying to snap and grab at his arms to pull him down.
Having a great time.
I'm gonna move
Hi, bud.
forward. That's the first thing
Oh,
I'm
hi,
gonna do.
dog.
So I'm gonna do 1,
There you go.
2, 3, 4,
What a
5,
story, old werewolf.
6.
Okay,
And am I now in range for this guy?
you are.
Alright, so Flute Daddy is, I'm gonna
Combine them
attack
both.
Okay,
And I'm gonna firebolt.
go for it.
Oh no. I know straight away that's...
Okay,
Yeah, that I rolled a 3, so I definitely did not hit.
does not hit. Alrighty, so still trying to get this firebolt under control and just throwing it just a little off to the side. It kind of has a bit of a delayed reaction and just kind of does a... It goes over to the side completely separate.
Yeah.
But unable to impact there, so that's going to be your action and your movements. You got a bonus action left.
Can I Hunter's Mark it? Can that be a bun?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, alright.
Then
so
I
Hunter's
cast
Mark it.
Hunter's Mark
So go ahead and
on,
mark off one of your spell slots for Hunter's Mark.
on Flute Granddaddy.
Alrighty, so that's going to be your
Grandpa.
turn.
We're
Next
slowly
up,
just
we come
tapping.
to him. Him seeing everything.
Decides it's been a good life.
Doesn't like
I
this.
hope nobody is gonna like freak out if
Seeing
there's
how
one
much-
of the werewolf kids.
Ice is everywhere. He's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And he's going to go ahead. Actually, no. You know what? He's going to go up against Les. Because he's got pack tactics.
So, Les, this is going to be an attack against you.
This is one of the
First attack, it's going to be a claw. That is... I don't think that's going to be good enough.
Let's just no open skin.
Les, that is an 11 to hit.
Nope.
And the second attack is going to be a bite.
Oh, there it is.
Here we go. Keep this one covered.
That's a natural 20.
Oh! Werewolf, less.
Les.
The
Very fishy werewolf.
Dog shark.
Where? Try.
So,
Lycanthropy.
first things first.
Saving throw.
No, I need to do the damage. It's 2d8.
Oh, you just fully die off this.
So you take 14 points of piercing
You gotta
damage.
do mini quest.
As the claw comes across and you manage to kind of pirouette out of the way and dropping your trident into the center of it and just kind of going, ha! And it just bites your arm. And you're like, ah, shit! You do notice that as it does, your arm begins to burn. I need you to make your constitution saving throw.
Alright.
You got this.
I believe in you.
No!
No, I don't.
What's the net one?
Oh no!
Alright, so constitution, what's the modifier for you?
Oh, sorry, it's 3.
It's 3? Okay. So, you feel the impact on your arm. And you feel the teeth rake against you. And kind of looking at the wound a little, it begins to burn a little bit. No, not much different than a regular wound does. But you notice that there's a lot of saliva and blood mixing inside that.
Aren't you proficient?
No effect.
You begin thinking about Lola
You don't
Bunny.
seem to notice anything. Doesn't matter.
Does anyone else want
No, but
bones?
his
You really want a
saving throw
bone?
was-
No,
it
his
was a
saving
plus-
throws are strength and dex.
Oh, I thought it was Constitution.
No, there's only, I think, I'm pretty sure it's only barbarians that get.
So yeah.
So you don't notice any effect, but there is a lot of slobbery
fine.
saliva inside the wound. At this point, you kind of just shake it off down to the ground, and some of the blood and saliva going off.
Nothing's gonna happen at all, guys.
Everything is
Everything's fine.
So that's going to be its turn. Top of the round, we come to the 3 wolves that are dead. We come to Leaf and Les. You two attacking
You
simultaneously.
want to take this one? Or
I
do you want me
sure
to
do. I want to fight Big Daddy
Wanna
Loot
pop
guy.
Grandpa?
Yeah.
Lootster.
Lootster.
The loot
Going for a hit.
Okay, go for it.
Finna hit a loot.
That's a cool row. I like it.
It's just attack or strength, right? With attack.
Strength proficiency plus 1.
Right. So.
Oh, sorry. Strength just plus proficiency because you're using your battle axe or using your trident.
The battle axe.
Okay, so yeah, strength plus proficiency on that.
Yeah. So with 11.
11. 11 just misses, unfortunately.
Extra attack.
Second attack. Go ahead and make your second attack.
Yeah. That's better. That is 16 plus.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll damage on this. So it's 1d8.
And I'm gonna make it.
Oh, what are you making it?
Extra saucy.
Extra saucy. Let's put some sauce on this
You're
boss.
just trying to remember how to cure lichen.
Is this the boss though? I don't think so.
Who's after me?
You don't know?
Alright. I thought we had an attack round already.
You and Leaf are moving pretty much at the same time. Beyond that, you haven't really seen what everybody behind you has been doing. You're not sure.
Let's do the old trip attack.
All right, go make your trip attack.
Trip
So
stuff.
you get your D8 for the weapon plus your D8 for the trip.
Yes.
So
I
2d8s.
need another D8.
Here.
I
I
brought
keep
the
thinking
one.
these swords are like a hi-hat.
Yeah, right?
And you'll add your strength to this.
So we're looking at a trap.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12. Alrighty, 12 points.
And that
Good to know.
motherfucker's prone.
And he is knocked prone. Just flip over. There you go. Alrighty.
Oh no, we have.
Yeah, don't
Do we have prone?
No, we don't
Oh
have prone ones.
shoot.
Yeah, conditions less so. Prone is like, yeah, so you just knock your token over. So, alright, so he is prone, so you can go ahead and flip his token over so
Oh,
you
I-
know that he's prone.
I did it and then
You
I undid it.
You flipped it back. It's all good. Alright, Celeste, that's going to be your turn.
Yes.
Alrighty, so that's it for you.
Scott.
Nothing bad can
Leaf,
ever
you're up.
happen.
You
Okay,
got
yeah.
Not at all.
the werewolf now prone in front of Les.
Yeah.
And then you got the other two that are looking, one untouched, one on the hurt side.
Okay, on the
From
one.
prone daddy to prone daddy.
Okay, so I want to move a bit closer so my
Actually, Kaylee, can you pass the
spiritual
magic
weapon
crystal?
can hit.
Just anyone.
And I want to cast Toll the Dead on the feller that's flipped.
Okay, yeah, so that's a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
That is a natural 4. That's not going to do it.
Dang.
Sorry, 2D. Can I get the 12?
Yeah.
I already got those. Oh, fuck, I always keep going. 7 points of damage on that.
7 points of damage.
Yeah.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah.
I want to,
I know.
what, I'm just pulling the life out of it, so
It's
I
alright,
just
I'm
want
gonna
to
turn into a
shrivel
wolf
that.
and murder all of you.
Alrighty, so you just kind of like reaching over and
Does not
grabbing
take
this,
long.
and everybody else sees you kind of smiling a little bit, and
Yeah.
classic happy leaf, and then just kind of focus in for a second,
Yeah,
and the expression just changes, and you can see like the gaunt expression appears on Leaf's face for
Yeah.
the first time that most of you have really seen.
No,
as
this
he kind
is,
of turns his hand,
And I want to
It
pull it out.
rips out, and you can see that this creature just kind of loses
Yeah.
its essence and just falls to the ground with its bones and skin becoming very rapidly gnarling on it.
Yeah.
It
Whoa.
does revert back to a humanoid form,
Yeah.
and as it does, it just kind of and coughs up a large amount of blood, and then
I want to try and ignore
Wait
that.
for Carol. I'll skin you all.
Yeah, whatever, Carol.
as he begins to fall and
I'm
dies.
Carol.
You go ahead
I'm
and
Carol
move
from
him.
HR.
Cool. And
You're in a lot of
can
trouble.
I then use
Can I use a
my...
bonus action to high five Leaf? Because that was so cool.
Can I attack
On your turn.
for my spiritual weapon?
Yeah,
Can I
spiritual weapon.
smoke this one?
Is spiritual weapon an
I need-
action
I-
as a follow-up? or a bonus action?
It's bonus action.
I know it's a bonus action to cast it, but I thought it was an action to move it. I'm happy if you're on here. But
As a bonus action, you can move the feet up to
Oh,
20
yeah.
feet and repeat
and make an attack. Yeah, go for it. So go ahead and which one are you hitting? Sorry.
This one.
That one? Alright, go ahead and make your attack.
Oh, jeez.
it did land straight up.
Can we call that?
I would call that. 'cause
All
that was
right,
not
there you
cocked.
go,
That was
there
just
you
a
go.
really cool die roll.
That was a 21.
That'll do it. Go and roll damage.
Sweet. Oh, fuck.
Leaf coming through.
It's 1d8 plus your spell attack mod, so plus 1d8 plus wisdom.
Sick. That was 5.
It's 5. Alright, 5 points of damage. As the giant swamp ball,
Yeah.
everybody just kind of looking at you, just being like, the hell, and you just kind of Just smack the swamp ball on top of its head as it
Big
kind of
swing.
And just gets hurt from it.
Yeah.
Just
All right,
leave
that's
both
gonna be your
of them
turn.
out.
Next up, we come to Elite. We got 2 in front of you, 2 attacks.
Which one is more hurt?
Both of them are looking about the same.
Okay. I'm gonna fire on this one first,
Go for it.
and I'm gonna transfer Hunter's Mark to it.
Yep.
It begins.
12 to hit.
12 will hit.
Okay, great.
Taste for
That's
something
gonna be 1d8 and 1d6 from Hunter's Mark.
Necromancer.
Yep.
That's exactly what that's for.
Plus 4. So that's gonna be 14.
14. Okay, that's enough.
Takes it out.
Yep. Second one.
Okay, so I don't have another bonus action transfer Hunter's Mark, so I'm just gonna straight shoot that one. And that's gonna be a 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that's gonna be 5.
5.
Yeah.
All right. 1 hit points. It lives.
Oh.
And then it's the doctor's turn. So
You just
Yeah.
like walk over, like bop it on the head.
I'm gonna put 2 blasts into this guy.
double Eldritch Blast.
Yep, yeah.
Blast come out. Go and just roll your dice. Make sure that it hits.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it hits.
So that'll be
Yeah,
hilarious.
That's
Like
an
you-
18 plus a 9.
Yeah, that'll do it. All right. So with that,
And then I get an extra 10 hit points.
Final
right?
wolf does fall as all of you. You can go ahead and remove all those from the board there. Now you did hear the loud howl earlier,
Yeah.
Shit's
and all of
coming.
you just kind of wait and pause for a second. Nothing seems to be coming.
What's
Cool.
the name that the werewolf said it's
Carol
behind?
from HR.
I thought it was Kira.
No.
Kira?
I heard Carol as well.
I heard Carol.
Can I?
Kirill.
Kirill. Oh.
Hero.
Kirill. Oh, it's like Carol,
It's
but from the
Carol.
Midwest.
Can I remove my arrows from the werewolves and like?
So you're able to
them off?
recover half of the arrows that you've used, half of the bolts.
Can I check the old guy's body?
Sure. Go and make an investigation check.
Les, how is your arm doing?
It was a pretty
Do you
deep
want to
bite,
assist with
not
that,
gonna lie.
Doctor?
Yeah,
but
can I make a
I think
medicine?
it's gonna
I'll
be
assist
okay.
if you
Oh
want.
yeah, you can
Yeah.
assist if you like.
Are you still good?
I pulled a 20.
20.
Yeah,
Or-
18 plus 3.
Are you on a longbow or a short bow?
I only got 11.
11. Okay. Medicine check
A
on
natural 20.
On who?
Less. I
On
want
less.
to look at that arm. Yeah.
Okay. So
Just a
investigation check.
flesh wound.
Searching through the pockets and taking a little bit of time, kind of looking around, making sure nothing seems to be coming. But you eventually do settle in and be able to search through. You find his flute.
I've taken
it's-
it.
Yeah, it's actually, you notice that it's actually made of a metal that's called electrum, which is, it's actually a type of currency. It looks like it's been melted down and forged into a flute.
So it's
Got
like
a
a
money flute.
So you're saying it's like a penny whistle?
Ha ha!
Yes, the electrum flute, aka a penny whistle. However, with your eye and kind of looking at it, and with that investigation check, it's quite valuable. The amount of coinage that would have gone into this, plus the craftsmanship of it, it's probably worth 250 gold pieces.
Very good.
Yeah, so it is worth quite a bit. You also find that there is a small leather pouch, and he's got 4 crystals in there. He's got 2 amethysts and 2 emeralds, each worth 50 gold pieces.
Can I go and investigate the?
I'm going to jump to the lead first,
Okay.
but we'll come to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you investigating that was a 20 on that?
Yeah, a natural 20.
So looking at the wound,
Yeah.
it is definitively a bad injury.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what it is. There's a lot of saliva there. And you
Yeah.
notice that it's starting to turn slightly darker than a regular wound does
Yeah.
over a period of time. It's no real immediate change, but there appears to be something, and you're just not quite sure what it
Okay.
is.
Did it look fine? Did it look okay?
As of what you can see right now, it looks
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Try and patch that one up.
Yeah, unless you don't feel any different to you, it's just it's a shitty wound. A fucking dog bit you. That
Yeah.
sucks.
Do you want to
Would I like
heals and
know
stuff.
that it would be dangerous for him to have that bite?
Make a nature check.
Because I feel like that
I
might
was
be
gonna say,
one of the
if-
things I'm aware of.
If I spent a childhood reading books, would that by any chance be something?
I'll let you make a history check.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Nope.
Yeah, that's fine.
Look great.
Whilst
15.
15. Okay. So sorry, what did you say that you were doing?
I was gonna go around to look at the fire
Okay.
area to see if I can find anything.
As you begin to step out, what none of you were really able to see before is in and around that fire area where they were sitting, the ground is littered with assorted sizes and animalistic types of bones.
Ooh.
And so stepping through there, missing the bones is very difficult. So kind of just very carefully placing your feet down in between where the bones are, looking through everything. Doesn't appear to be anything around there. It appears to be some kind of just an eating chamber, as best you can figure.
Cool.
I was just gonna say, could I, recognizing that Les took some blows, I'm gonna be like,
Les, my friend, and I'm gonna help you out.
Okay.
So I've done lay on hands to help restore you by 10 HP.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Thank
So
you
recovering
very
up a
much.
bit. Nice little bit of healing as some of the wounds close. You notice that the wound on the arm does appear to close over fairly normally.
Yeah.
The darkness still a little bit present underneath the skin.
Just
but-
hairy for some
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Based on everything that you can see, it looks like it was just a rough wound.
Was his palm start to grow hair?
Jordy, just
That was
FYI,
there already, don't
from that
worry.
last wolf, I added my additional 10.
So it doesn't stack.
Oh, it doesn't? Oh.
It does not
Oh, I
stack.
thought it did.
Yeah,
Okay.
no,
Well, no worries.
it only goes up to the maximum amount. So if
Okay.
you got like 2 left, you'll go to the total, but that's it.
For what it's worth, I've also just pumped 7 hit points back in myself through Channel Divinity.
Sure. Alrighty.
Whatever the fuck it is. It's like
So-
preserve life.
I'd like to go around the other side and start looking at the crates that are over there.
Let's stick
But
together
there's a
as a group, you
stairwell.
guys.
We could
So
go
there is a
upstairs.
stairwell. You do notice that it's about a 5-foot landing up above, and there is a break in the wall there that you can see as well, and that leads into a chamber further beyond, which is also lit. But it appears to, at least the angle that you have right now, open into a very wide chamber. The one on the other side ended in kind of like a horseshoe shape with just the water on
Yeah,
the
let's
left.
go to the place that
Can
we
I,
know is there first.
can I make Rick invisible and pop him up there just to see?
Sure,
Do
go
a
make a
little
stealth check
scouting?
for Rick.
Yeah.
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 For what it's worth, I think my spiritual weapon's gone.
It is, yes.
What was the shape of?
That's a 7.
7.
Oh.
Alrighty, so Rick making his way up top. Excuse me. He kind of pops his head through a little bit, and he sees that there's a maze of torchlit tunnels and caves that expands in front of you,
Oh,
with
okay.
2 sets of rough-hewn stairs off to the right, leading up to another lit area. And there are also, again, assorted bones strewn throughout this area, but mostly along the left-hand side, less so along the right where the stairs are.
Well, I guess we're going there after the crates.
Okay, I'm okay.
Are
I'll
we
check out
sure
some
we want
crates.
to do crates first?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm
We'll
down.
hear
Fuck
anything
it.
else coming.
Yeah, I guess.
I feel like we're really setting ourselves up. to
The
be
bites
surprised
don't even
with that.
hurt, guys. It's fine.
Maybe we should pop up and start murdering more of these guys because there's a bunch of them. It
I
seems
think
like.
with it being tunnels, if we can perhaps try and get them to come into the more open space.
But there could be something in the crates to help us kill them first.
I don't know that they would keep those crates so close to the entrance, Les.
I agree.
And plus,
I'm just
because
very fond
this
of
area
crates.
is
You do love your crates.
Crates
Is-
are
I
great.
think they've already been alerted to our presence no matter what.
Yeah,
and
it's
this
true,
fine.
seems
actually,
to
they
be a
do know we're
feeding
doing.
area. I don't think they would keep their valuables in a feeding
But the
area.
wolves and the savages, they just put it in a little
No,
cubby
we
hole.
don't know that they're savages.
We're gonna
Les.
find out that
Once-
lake is like what they shit in, and that's all their like toilet paper.
Yeah.
And once we've cleared the entire
Cavern.
we can come back and we can
Yeah.
search all of the areas.
We haven't used a single healing potion, guys, and I'm very proud of us for that.
Not even,
Is a call for celebration.
not even when we got exploded.
Yeah. We've done weirdly well. Let's get to killing.
Alright.
We're really setting
I'm
ourselves
just
up.
saying that crate saved us last time.
Technically, your carpenter spike saved us last time.
Well, the crates helped.
What order should we go in, considering should we have somebody... I haven't taken any hits yet, and I've got a good shield.
Pretty
I could
beefy.
go at the front.
You're also very loud.
Yes.
You didn't mean that.
The
Alright,
armor is loud.
But if they hear one of us, they're going to hear all of us. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter what order
We
we're
might
in.
as well just get ready to do some punching.
Yes, that's...
Yeah.
Thank you, Doctor.
But if we want to be stealthy and be able to like scout a bit ahead and be like,
I
hey,
don't
there's
know that
people
there is
there.
any stealth for us.
I don't think it's a good idea for
They-
anyone to stealth ahead
yeah.
in these
We're
tunnels.
thunderstruck walking through this.
Let's pop up there.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead.
You're taking the lead.
I'm taking the lead.
All right, cool guys,
Alright,
don't look at
slide you guys
explosions.
forward off of that sheet that's closest to me. The next 2.
Thank y'all.
And we go.
Hit the head while we're doing the transition.
Your friend.
Makeover, makeover, makeover.
Oh my God, clone high.
Makeover.
Sorry, this is a lot of
makeover.
fun. Just crawling through
Oh no,
this.
you can leave these ones there. Those 2 can stay in. It's just the remaining 2 that will pop out now.
bring it up on the wall.
Oh man, I am shooketh.
I am so in love with your new dice. These
They're
ones
so
are
pretty.
So good.
I can't believe they sent me this by accident. I was like, ah.
So you got 2 for 1?
No. Andy bought me these ones at a different store, but these are the same as like these ones. They have the inner little duochrome shimmer kind of shit going on.
Yeah, because we have this in green.
It's called green maple. 'Cause it has like an orangey glow.
Oh,
I know.
yeah.
So Canadian.
So Canadian,
So Canadian.
eh?
Eh?
Canada.
Oh,
Canada.
Canada, eh?
Oh, down to
Canada.
the Hortons at Canada Day.
Oh, Canada.
Oh, wait, go
Can
on
we
a
stop
boat
like trying to
somewhere.
associate? I mean, I
So-
know it's like a thing, but I hate that like Tim Hortons brand just sucks now.
It
And
does
it's, like,
suck.
And it like built its brand on being a Canadian.
You're right. You are correct on that.
That being
Yeah.
said,
It's shitty.
Stan White's fly, and that's a DC thing.
You know what? Okay, apparently
White's
over
fly's
the
my
years,
shit.
Tim Hortons got rid of their coffee provider because it was too expensive.
Oh.
They
And
gave it up, and
McDonald's picked it up.
picked
Got
it up.
it.
So
Yeah,
that
McDonald's
coffee is now
is
good,
really good.
and Tim Hortons
Yeah.
coffee is now shitty because they are actually using the same provider that used to do McDonald's old shitty coffee.
Yeah.
Weird.
I know, right?
Oh,
I'm
that's
sorry,
so
what did I
funny.
Yeah.
McDonald's
that
coffee is
Ragging
great.
on,
Oh, McDonald's coffee's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
we're
think
ragging on how bad.
they've got a
Apparently
thing
it's Tim
this
Hortons
summer.
coffee in disguise.
Tim Hortons is always garbage, though.
I think
It
they've
didn't
got
used to
be
be
good.
Used to
It
be.
used to be good until McDonald's bought it.
No, McDonald's didn't buy it. Wendy's bought it.
Burger King bought it.
I think
Wen-
Burger and King and
Oh,
Well, you guys,
oh,
let's spill the fast food tea.
So,
who tuned in for D&D streaming? You're getting fast food discussion.
Welcome to Doughboys.
as you make your way up to the top, eventually finding that 10-foot gap in the wall,
Oh, whoops, really coming
you
off
see the
on the
maze. You see that there are torchlit passages, one off to the left-hand side that's been fairly wide open, and then over to the right, a little bit further over. It's kind of tough to see, but you end up seeing this, which kind of covers over
it here?
the sheet. Yeah.
Oh boy.
That's
So
fine.
it's all along the bottom, and then it kind of opens up into that larger area on that side.
Oh, but it seems like there's a way up from the other cavern.
Is there any creatures in any of these areas that we can see or that I can perceive at all?
Oh, I apologize. Sorry, that is actually up top.
Oh, like this?
Nope.
Yep.
Yeah.
This?
No. Same
Lengthwise.
direction as all the rest of the pages.
Lengthwise. There you go.
Oh,
And then
oh okay.
Oh, like
Those
over
are
there.
correct.
Oh, I'm
Oh, okay.
So, yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
And
That's-
this fills in the other gap.
seeing. Dang. So much to kill,
I mean,
I assume.
So much
Sometime.
paper.
we hope so.
So much to do, so much to see, so what's wrong with like, the back streets?
You'll never know if you don't go.
Never shine if you don't glow.
Ow.
Bless your arm, will feeling alright, bud.
Hey now.
Your
We're not
teeth
stopping.
look
Ow.
Shame on.
This is the
Go
dreams I'm made of. Hey
Does
now.
anyone have a ball? I really want to play with the ball right now.
Oh my god.
Oh, we're fully unlocking.
The only song that
Alrighty.
everyone knows the words to.
Which one?
Sadly. Lives in infamy.
I'll start.
I'll start by Smash
Oh,
Mouth.
yeah.
Smash Mouth.
I think there is another song that we all know the words to.
Baby Shark?
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Someone told me was gonna be
This way.
I watched
That was the
No,
whitest clap
no,
I've
you
ever
only
heard.
know a verse to that.
I was
No
young.
one got it on rhythm.
I know, but you don't know the entire thing.
actually don't know.
We're gonna prove you wrong right now.
Okay, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Or even
You know what I'm saying is that soundtrack is only a very small portion, and people know that portion,
yeah, but
not
see,
the
knows the
entire
plot.
song.
whole Smash
All
Mouth.
Stars? Absolutely.
I do.
Every word.
Every
probably
single
do.
word.
All right, let's get back into the fucking game.
So, the cave you can see
I can
opens
do the
up
Yu-Gi-Oh!
very
theme song, too,
wide.
while we're at it.
You've got a couple of mazy passages. You do see over to the right-hand side that there is a bit of a ledge, and you can kind of see over to the water down below. So that's where you can see over in that corner there.
Diving in.
Further up to
Yeah.
the very top
Less is
right-hand
going
side, that's where you can see the staircase that's leading up to another area that you can't really make out quite yet. Two inlets on the left-hand side, and then one down the very far end of the chamber right over there. Right.
Okay.
Is this also leading somewhere with this gap, or is it just a...
Sorry, that's supposed to be closed off.
Are there any creatures we can see?
I'm also interested in this. Keeping my eyes and ears open in here.
That is a plus perception. Wow, that's a 21.
Anyone?
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Looking.
This Luckstone's doing this in the
Listening.
clock.
No sounds.
Well, I
appears
think we
to be in
clear
the
this
area.
place.
Which way do the bones lead? You said there were bones strewn everywhere.
Their
Right?
bones just are on the floor.
Okay.
Just in general, in pretty much every direction.
Okay.
Out in this area, is there anything around? Like
Anything
front-
around?
directly in front of us?
Not that you can see.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna make my way there.
Can
Yeah.
I also, considering, actually, I might wait a little bit. Sorry.
Is there anything vaguely like looty around anywhere?
We could check these
Not that you can
inlets.
see.
Can I move in here?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna go as well.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm moving
Yeah.
into.
Me and the doctor.
Let's
moving
stick
in.
together.
We're not moving in.
Holding hands, skipping.
Nope. Absolutely
Yeah.
not.
Alright.
Brady, you hauled the first
All
stage.
right. Well, now that we're in now that I'm in this cabin, do I see anything around this area?
In that area there, you see that there's a bit of a heavier concentration of bones, but nothing else that appears to be there.
Still
Anything in the
nothing.
bones?
In the bones?
Yeah, just like, you know, if there's like stuff kicking around.
Oh, as you're moving through, doesn't appear to be anything.
Okay,
They're
cool.
just crunching underfoot.
All right.
That's fine.
Let's maybe
Keep moving.
venture forth this way.
I'm okay with this.
I'm gonna stay next to Les.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going up.
And now in this area,
Or hit,
do I
I'm
see
hitting
anything?
some point.
When you get to that point,
Hitting point up
less.
here. Feel the call of the wild.
That's going to be a 22 to hit,
Oh yeah.
and
Should have
More
started.
Wait,
like
never mind, I was back here.
a natural 20,
Wait,
and
like-
a 19 to hit, and a 12 to hit, 13 to hit.
So one of those hits.
I was barraged by how many things I got hit with.
22, 19, those
Yes,
both hit.
yes.
Okay.
Natural 20, your
Yes.
fourth attack missed. So we're going to jump into
So
combat
we've got
again.
free attacks.
I need everybody to roll initiative.
We can't
Good
get any
lord.
more like it.
Natural 20.
So
Did you roll a natural? Oh,
No.
So 10. I need glasses. Girl.
Les, as you turn that
Girl.
corner and start to get a look, you immediately see two very clear, slightly larger
Wolves on this side here. One that was on both on this side here, and one that was came around the corner to surprise you there.
Oh.
So,
Hi.
first attack against you is going to be a claw. The claw attack hits, and that is going to be
Eating fucking cookies.
Get a little drink while we're at this.
Stay hydrated.
Stays off like
less. That is going to be 6 points of damage.
Okay.
All right.
The second attack is a bite. That was the natural 20.
Those have gone over well.
Yeah,
that's
nothing happened.
Still not bad. That's only 6 points of damage.
Yeah.
All right.
2d8.
Yeah, we're doing all right.
And on the last attack, that's going to be 8 points of damage. As this
Okay.
third claw attack comes in, and the second bite begins to
my
come
highlighter.
in, but you are able to just barely dodge out of the way, and you can see that at this point your shield is just raked with these claw marks. And these are two hybrid form werewolves. And they are immediately initiating combat. All of you to roll initiative 25 to 20.
25.
25. Alright, Laura's up first. 15 to 20?
16.
16.
18.
All of the stress you ate. There's more carrots if you want.
I'm used to water, guys.
There's no
Not
dip
much
for
of
the
a
carrot left.
landlubber.
Carrots
You're
are
doing
on their own,
okay.
too.
Look at
Carrots are
that.
excellent on their
I
own.
honestly buy organic
Okay,
carrots
though,
because they
I
have like
just-
such a better flavor.
If there was
I'll
a
have few.
numerical value for how you were feeling, I'd say you were like a 16 out of whatever.
What are you feeling out of like about 45 less?
Let's get it
How's
with
that
your
going?
hands. Tell me when to stop.
Sorry, 15 to 20?
18.
18?
Oh, and 16.
I need to
Sorry.
pee before we do this.
10 to 15?
14.
14?
10.
Okay.
Oh golly.
Thank God for second wind and greater potions.
We're doing all right. We're gonna be just fine.
I really hope this is the one that they were talking about.
5 to 10?
10.
What did Allura...
She got natural 20.
You rolled a 10?
I got a 10.
Okay, you got a 10.
She was like 24 or something.
Echo.
Cinnamon, help us!
Well,
Why
this
did we
is-
leave
this
you
is- we can always
behind,
run.
So,
Cinnamon?
we'll wait for Amanda to finish.
Let's
And
get
then
the Dickens out of here.
Allura will start us off in combat as these two hybrid form werewolves have made themselves clearly visible, jumping out from a hidden area to assault the first character who came in.
Always stealth, guys. Don't be like Les.
Then you're less than.
Alternatively, don't always stealth and have a great time.
So, Allura up first.
I am
If you've ever
going
wanted a
to-
new character,
You
play
got the
the
two
lead.
werewolves that have come out in front of Les.
I can't move through these guys, right?
Fan
You can
fiction
move
really
through
aged
allies.
like
I can move through allies?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Move through me.
2, 3,
Move through me.
4.
Okay.
Yeah, I am going to
All
then
anyone saw was just me like walking
Uh,
through the cave, go around a corner.
What a wonderful
attack
day
with
in
my
the
rapier.
Okay, go for it. The one that uses.
Yeah, it's right
With
You see
here.
the
Even
10
less.
other
Yeah.
wolves sitting there.
Ah, son of a bitch!
That is
They're all just hanging off.
13.
13 hits.
Oh,
Go and roll damage.
They don't have armor.
They don't have armor.
okay.
Just got air.
And
They just hit hard.
that's.
So much
Do I get sneak attack, right?
You do? Yep.
Yes.
Les is engaged.
Yes, get it. It's the exact number of height.
15 points of damage.
15 points of damage. Okay, so that's your first
Damage.
attack. Did you want to take a second shot?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a shot with my silvered bolt.
Okay, go for it.
17.
17 will hit.
Get
Roll
down.
damage. So 1d6 plus
3.
dex.
8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Alright, nicely done.
I am
So 2 heavy hits as the rapier just slides in, impacts right in the center of the chest, and the familiar blossoming of the ice crystals across the chest. And then right aiming for the dead center of that, you pull back and the bolt fires in right into the empty void where the rapier struck, and full damage on both attacks. You can see that it is fairly hurt right out of the gate. Nicely done.
I am going to then back the fuck up.
Just
Alright. I believe the other one actually gets an attack of opportunity against you. Because I think you have to attack the creature.
If you make a melee attack, no opportunity attack for full turn.
Right, but I think
In
it's...
my own
it
words.
would be
So take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah,
Seemed
would
pretty
be-
convincing to me.
Thank you.
But I also don't know much about the game.
I mean, I don't either.
We
So
all
it
know.
seems-
Just
we
so
all
you
know
guys
like
all
3
know,
pages.
we're learning.
We're learning
We've been playing
together.
for like
We've
6
been-
months.
Yeah.
There's been a lot
No,
of.
but like people, like even
That creature can't make opportunity attacks against you, so the other one
mother
gets to.
fucker.
Gosh darn.
So, this is going to be a melee attack against you at advantage, because you are within 5 feet of an ally. So this is going to be a bite attack. That is going to be a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright, would you like to use your reaction to half?
Yes, I would. I would like to use don't tell me what it is. Uncanny dodge.
Yes, you would.
It's the first time I got to use it. Sorry.
I hear it's a good time.
So, that's going to be a total of 6 points of damage, halved to 3.
Okay.
So you take 3 points of piercing damage from the bite, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
Gonna make a furry. Here we go.
So I go back to the tower and
The
yip away.
entire party is furries.
Whoa.
Ooh, what's this?
Notice.
Constitution save.
Constitution save.
9.
Okay, good to know. So,
Shorty, dirty rascal.
AKA you're fucked.
You're not
So-
fucked, you're just a furry.
as the bite sinks into your arm, you pulling away and you just kind of rip it out and you manage to like quickly stem the bleeding as best you can. There's a lot of saliva, a lot of blood mixing into your arm.
Suddenly want to
No
watch a
noticeable effect.
Zootopia.
Really different. Alrighty, so that's going to be your turn. Next up we come to First Wolf.
Fucking sword.
Okay,
Had to run away.
I've only got
first
so many
attack. So First Wolf is going to be the one with the red background. Less you being engaged with its ally, it's going to go ahead and just keep laying into you.
Can I
This is gonna
riposte?
be, if it misses.
Okay.
So at advantage, first attack is going to be claw attack. Yeah, claw attack. That's a cock die. Cock die. I don't have too many dice in here. That is a 16 to hit.
Just misses.
Just misses. Alright, so 16 does miss, so you can't riposte.
16,
Yeah, 17.
17. I saw this one. I was like,
Yes, you did, and you were wrong.
yes,
Whoa.
That seemed awfully
Calm
harsh.
down.
It's okay. It's the heat of the fight. It's the heat of the fight.
It's the werewolf.
It's the werewolf.
It's the wolf inside.
Y'all are both werewolves.
Werewolf couple.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate here.
What are you hitting with, by the way?
Sorry,
Silver
just-
weapon or your trident?
The silver weapon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're adding 5 to your roll.
Right. So 14.
14 hits.
Yeah.
So go and roll damage. So 1d8 plus you're also adding 5 to the damage.
You need a D8?
I got
I mean,
D8
I
here,
had it.
but it's plus
I mean, I had it.
Plus
it's D8
strength,
plus
plus 2.
the damage for the riposte, no?
Oh, sorry, right. 2d8s.
Yeah.
Yes, I apologize.
Cheapers.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We know your fraction.
Not
I'm
good.
ready to go. So many.
4 plus
5, 9.
5.
Went down
All right,
somewhere.
9 points.
We got the game jitters.
Okay, good to know. So
Thanks,
first
Rob.
attack against you misses
Nice stalker.
as the claw rakes across your shield and you instinctively reach up and rear back and do like the spinning side axe cut right into the side of the chest. You kind of wheels back and lets out a piercing howl as the bite attack now goes for the arm with the blade that is embedded inside you.
Do that.
That's going to be
3.
Oh no, wait! It's 6 plus dueling.
it's cocked.
no, I know. It's your damage, which you rolled is 4,
Yeah.
plus your strength is 3, plus dueling is 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
Four
that
plus
has
3
proficiency in
plus
there
2.
too. Never mind.
No, but unfortunately it's cocked. The other one is a 19, but I missed out on the natural 20, so that's still going to be a 24 to hit.
It's closer to a 14 than a 20.
Close to a 20.
It's gonna be a double.
Was
I
it?
see the 20. It was close.
It's just a wolf
So,
at that
either way, that's going to be another 8 points to you. So,
Well, sorry, feeling
8
bad.
points from the bite attack. I need you to make another constitution saving throw for me.
In case it's gonna be a double wolf.
Wolf, double wolf. Oh, that's good. 19 plus
19.
2. Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. So, with that, that creature's round of combat ends. Engaged with all of you. You can see it just kind of settling back into its haunches and using the claw-like arms to rip the battle axe out of its side, and just kind of settling into a stance. Next up, we come to Leith.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
So as we learned last turn, I can have 3 attacks with my silvered weapon
Correct.
on my first round.
Yes, you can.
That's great.
Leaf dives into
Well.
battle.
Yes.
So,
Leith joins
1,
the
2,
fight.
3.
Enters the frenzy.
Leith joins the battle.
Whew. Oh, yeah.
A
Okay.
challenger approaches.
She sure fucking does.
Alright, first attack.
First attack. Bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark
Okay.
on this guy.
Go ahead and mark out for your spell slot.
Yes.
Can you only pass it to one other creature? Is that what happens with?
It's the amount of time between.
Yeah.
Technically speaking, it probably would have been a cast from previously, but I misread the wording on it. It's when the creature dies, on your next turn you can move it, otherwise it drops.
Okay.
So,
That's fair.
either way, with this case, you cast the Hunter's Mark. Go ahead and roll your attack.
So that's gonna be 15 to hit.
15 will hit.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll damage.
So this is my first attack.
Correct.
So I get the extra 1d8.
So it's D6 for the weapon,
Yep.
D6 for Hunter's Mark, D8 for the bonus.
Yep.
And this is where you want the crit.
It is.
Because this is where it goes
Let's hope so.
insane in the face.
Insane in the membrane.
Insane in the membrane.
And that was out of my tray.
Nice! 19! Oh my god.
Alright, so
That's plus 4, so
Ooh.
it's gonna be
23.
yeah.
Alright.
Yes.
Looking real rough after that first swing of that short sword. Alrighty, good to know. First attack still standing, but barely last legs. You can see the form is starting to shift and waver as the snout is beginning to retract slightly.
I got a great approach.
Second attack,
And second one.
Suck. That's gonna be 9.
9 unfortunately misses.
Okay.
Third attack,
Fuck. That one.
natural 1. So first attack impacting so
first
heavily,
attack.
dealing
Yeah.
massive damage. The other two, you kind of do the fancy feint footwork and just try to strike, and he just manages to
Fancy
barely
feint footwork.
duck out of the way and less breathing heavily, bleeding out on the ground, but still alive.
Okay.
As always.
That is your full turn unless you want to move.
I might want to move. I know we'll get attack of opportunity against me, but I kind of want to get out of the way for the people to
Up to you.
get up there.
Is that another furry to the party?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Doc and the dogs.
Okay. I'm gonna
Lunatics Unleashed.
We're gonna walk
Get
into
over here.
Milwaukee all wearing collars and they're like, what the fuck happened out there?
So yeah, that one is going to go ahead and make attack for opportunity against you because it was the other one that attacked previously. So this will be a bite attack against you. That's a natural 20.
Oh.
Okay.
Why are you guys
Alrighty.
I know.
I'm just trying to get out of the way because I feel like we're gonna get like.
I still haven't even had my
So-
turn yet.
Yeah.
It's only 6 points of damage.
Okay.
So again, roll 4 on 2d8s. But 6 points of damage, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
I'm perfectly fine with the band.
So I use my saving throws bonus, right?
Saving throw
Okay.
bonus.
That's not bad.
4.
4. Okay. Good to know.
Great
Alright.
to know.
Good to know.
Love you, man.
That is going to be Elite's turn completely. Next up, we come to the Doctor.
Okay, I'm gonna drop at least one Eldritch Blast and no one looks fucked up.
Okay, go for it.
Mm-hmm.
First stack.
First time. That is a 9 plus 9, 18.
18 will hit.
Cool. That is 11 points.
11 points. And with that, the first impact of the Eldritch Bolt
Bye.
against it shatters it back, and the form begins to dissipate entirely. The jaw returning back to a humanoid female jaw as it falls back in the same
Does it get
tattered
blown
clothing as
off?
the ones that you saw up front.
Oh, same as these guys, huh? Alright, can I get that other one from
Was
there?
that this guy?
Yeah, that's that one.
think
From
you
where
could.
you are,
I'm right here.
have partial cover. You could slide one.
Yeah, I'll
spot.
slide over.
Pop
Yeah.
I'll slide over and I'll drop another one.
Yeah, there you go. Go for it. Make your second attack.
That's real good. That's 18 plus 9.
Yeah,
so,
that'll do it.
yeah.
Go ahead and roll damage.
27.
That's 8.
8.
Not as good.
Alrighty. Good to know. Alright, so that's going to be your action. You got a bonus action and 5 squares of movement if you want to do anything else.
I'm gonna pop back over here.
Alright,
And I don't really have much to do with my bonus, so.
fair enough. Alright, so
Good
that's
for
going to be your turn. Next up, we come to Leaf.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna kite over to where Doc was and do Toll the Dead.
Yep, go for it. So that
Do
will
it
be
again.
a
Yeah, wisdom save. throw.
That's a natural 15
Okay.
plus 0.
Oh, so 50. Yeah, so I've got 15. So,
So meet or beat. So I succeed on the throw.
God fucking damn it!
Yeah,
I couldn't remember which one.
it's always meet or beat.
Ah,
Alrighty, so
Oh, well.
that's
And
going
I'm
to be
gonna
it.
kite back.
Kite
Wes, how you
back
feeling?
out. Alright.
And
I'm
can
really
I
hurt.
bonus
What's that?
action healing word less?
You already cast a spell with Toll the Dead.
Okay.
It's not a cantrip, right? Or is it a cantrip?
Okay, I told the Dead's cantrip.
Oh, yeah, go for it then.
yeah,
Yep, you can heal up less, whatever you like as a bonus
That's a
action.
freaking awesome
That's a
cantrip.
The downside with that is that if it misses, nothing happens.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
creature has to be damaged for it to do as much damage as it does. But it is definitely good. So it's one of the cool things that clerics get. What are you doing?
Okay, yeah, so 1d4 is the.
Just first level?
Yeah, so it's
Alright.
2 plus. You get. That's 9 points.
Alright, so
Nice.
that's you heal up 9 hit
I'll
points.
take it.
Alrighty, that is going to be Leaf's whole turn. Next up, we come to the second wolf. And this one, in its wolf form, looking at all of you, looking at the dead body.
We don't negotiate with wolves.
It's going to go ahead and revert into a female form, human, and just kind of the paws that were up with the elongated claws revert back into hands and just kind of, you can see that it's kind of slinking down and like takes a knee and just kind of bows slightly
Oh no.
Good.
with the hands up.
I'm gonna kick it.
Yeah!
I already did it.
He said it, he did it.
I'm gonna kick
So
it
you
and put
kinda kick-
my
just
foot
kinda
down on its
Falls back
chest.
over onto his back.
My foot's on its chest.
Please do not hurt me.
Les, stop.
What's going on here?
I'm keeping it down with my foot.
What do you mean?
We were attacked by werewolves at the tower across the lake.
Where we won't be staying later.
We will most certainly not be there.
Kirill and his hunting party. I'm very sorry that this happened to you. Please, can you get him to step off of me?
Les,
Les,
Move your foot less.
what's your name?
My name is Wisconsin.
I'm not gonna be able to write down.
Call you Brazzy for short. Brazzy.
what was it, Cancia?
Wisconsin.
Wes Cancia? Alright, Wes.
Wes and less.
We've come here looking for Kirill, I suppose.
You come to kill him?
He tried to murder us.
He tries to murder a lot of things.
I don't
Not
doubt
gonna
that.
murder anyone anymore.
Where might we find him?
Who do your people report to?
When he's not here, his wife.
Oh.
Are you saying he's not here?
No, the hunting party is out at the moment. They're gathering food for the evening. They will be back in some time. I do not know how long.
Who else is here in the
Quick
caverns
loot.
currently?
She gestures over to the stairs and
The children.
Papadar.
Don't want to look in there, just look at you.
Die,
You
kids.
don't want to kill children.
Not the younglings.
Human children. Not.
Human children.
They haven't been turned yet.
What do you mean by turned?
There's a ceremony, a changing of the children to make them carry on the bloodlines. These ones have not been turned yet.
Where did you take them from?
Homes.
What
families,
homes?
all over these lands.
How do you feel about that?
I am a caretaker. I am not involved in this side. I am mostly peaceful. I try to make that transition as easy as possible.
How do you feel about taking children from their homes, their families?
Why are you turning them?
Wait, now exactly this transition happened.
We turn them to carry on the bloodlines. I've never felt good about it.
This bite. It's acting very strange than a normal bite. What's it doing to me?
You have been afflicted.
Clearly. What's it gonna do to me? And how do I stop it?
she just kind of looks at herself and
What do you think it's going to do?
How do I cure it?
The curse of lycanthropy is not something that can be cured by traditional means.
Well then, how do I cure it with untraditional means?
I think she means we need magic to do it.
Yes, the short one is right.
It's not inaccurate.
How many other wolves are in the caverns right now?
Just the children.
Just the
she
children,
said.
yes.
There's no other ones. I wasn't listening.
Did you come in from the front, from the lake?
Oh,
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then you have already killed our elder, I assume, or snuck past him.
Oh, it might have been on me.
Tell us more about Kirill.
He's massive, dominant, the strongest I've ever seen anyone become when they become a lycanthrope.
How many are in his hunting party?
It varies. Typically,
How many are in the hunting party right now?
I do not know. I was asleep when they left. Based on what I'm seeing, the fact that Bianca and I were the only ones remaining.
There were 6 and your elder in the front room. What would make that?
she quickly does a little bit of math.
Yeah.
Perhaps 5 of the wolves and Kirill and 5 of the others.
Okay.
So 5 of the wolves, 5 of more.
Kirill
Werewolves.
4, maybe 5 more of the lycans.
And is Carol's partner here?
Yeah, we killed her.
Inside here now?
She's straight
the
there.
other one.
This body right here.
Oh, she's the one we killed?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, fuck.
All right, Wes. Here's the deal. You don't like this, right? You don't like turning these kids?
It is difficult for me to have to see them go through the transition with no family. We become their family, but hearing everything that they go through, and
Is that what happened to you? Were you taken from your family or were you afflicted?
I was taken from my family when I was young.
How many children are in there?
I believe 4 right now.
All right. Not to speak for the group, but here's what let's do. I'm willing to let you walk out of here with those kids. Return them to where they came from.
Alright. Well, some of their families were from outside of Barovia. They cannot be returned. The best we could do is bring them to the village of Kresk and allow some kind of
Bring them to the church there, perhaps.
church or an orphanage if they have one. I do not know.
That's true.
How
That's
did
a
you get
crest
the children
problem.
from outside Barovia?
There's discussions between Carol and Bianca. There was where the children came from and the fresh meat that God brings for them.
Well, there
God
it is.
brings.
A man comes. He does not get attacked by any one of the Lycans.
Well, these guys work for Big Nerd Boy.
It sounds like
Cool.
Luvash perhaps brings them.
Or
I don't think Luvash is God.
No,
I mean, he's
think
handsome, but he's not that.
I know,
nice.
but they could be under Strahd's influence, and Luvash, we're working with them. He's the one who brings him his meals.
Wes, do you know much about what God they refer to? You just know it to be a person that's unattacked?
A man who has never been attacked as far as I have seen.
Have you ever seen him? What he looks like?
He does not venture within the den. I typically do not leave the den. I am not a hunting wolf.
I'm good to let her go. I've got the information I need.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can we? I'd like to look at her and sort of like using what I know of like wolf behavior to tell if she's telling the truth or not about whether or not when she leaves the children will be safe and will be returned to Crest.
Sure. Go make an insight check.
Again, if we walk in there, it's just like us, but
A bunch of
smaller.
wolves.
No, I was gonna say it's like
To be 24.
24? Okay. Alrighty. She seems to be being pretty honest. As best you can tell, no real deception hiding behind. Was truthful about where the kids came from. You know that the village of Kresk is relatively close to here.
Okay.
Wes, is there Wiscansia? Is that it? Wiscansia. Is there anything in these caverns of value or usefulness?
There is the I do not know how it is called in your lands, but lack of a better term, treasure room.
Were these treasures encased by crates by any chance?
Okay. No, that those are the things stolen off of wayward travelers.
Oh, we're going there. Don't you worry.
Clothing and
Looking everywhere.
bedding items, things like this. But no, the treasure room, and she kind of points over to the other side where the stairs are. Same place where the kids are.
All right, Wes.
Okay. Are there any exits from your den other than the front?
Yes, there's a curtain at the back of Kira's area. It leads out to the far side of the mountain. It's
Oh shit.
That's okay. We can cover it.
Didn't run
typically
away.
used by him, and it is a bit of a gruesome sight. It leads up over the edge of a fairly tall cliff, and it is where the children fight for the right to become a Lycan.
All right, Wes.
Alright, and what about yourself? What are you going to do with yourself once you've given these children their freedom?
There's nothing that I can do. I am afflicted for the rest of my life. I will hunt, I will live.
How do we know you're gonna
Somewhere.
even take the children to where we want you to take them?
We've already.
We inside checked.
I did that.
Yeah.
I got a 24.
Feels like
Which-
Elise seems rather trusting.
Which door is it likely that Kira will return to?
The far door leads up to the top of a cliff. There is
So
no way
front.
to get up there. He always will come in through the front.
The front door, okay.
All right, Wes.
If he returns and sees that everyone has been slaughtered and the children and I are gone, our bodies are not here, he will come for them. He
No,
will
he
find
won't.
them and he will kill me.
No, he won't.
Not if he's not around to do it.
Wes, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go into that room with the travel supplies. You're gonna get enough for you and the kids. Then you're gonna make your way for Kresk, and we're never gonna see you again.
And we're going to take care of Kira.
Do you promise this?
Pinky swear.
Look how easily we dispatched his partner.
He's what we call
I
a
would not say
nerd.
that was easy. There were 6 of you and 1 of her.
All right, Wes. Go do the thing. We promise.
You have our word.
Kind of nods and
Don't see anything. I
Should
can't
we have
lie.
her
Transitions
stay
into-
in the room with the kids? Wait for Kirill to get back. If Kirill walks up and they're leaving or crosses paths with them, our whole cover is blown.
She said he wasn't likely to come back for quite some time.
Yeah, I think we have time.
We gotta
Do you
run.
believe you have time, Wisconsin?
she's already walked away at this point. Yeah.
Oh,
Do
hey,
you believe you have? Oh.
Well, too bad.
It's
Okay,
like
should
all of
we,
you start talking, you kind of turn around and go, and she's just gone.
Treasure
Okay,
room. Treasure room.
Yeah.
Who
I'm
got
gonna
bitten?
pick up
Dingus,
his wife's
dingus,
body.
dingus.
Oh yeah,
Put it
does
over my
the
shoulder.
wife's body
Fuck,
Hold on, can we
have
check the
anything?
body first?
Yeah, can we?
Sure. Go and roll investigation check on the body.
Actually, been
Who's
sleeping.
checking?
Actually, no. Sorry, the body doesn't have anything.
Oh,
to do.
okay.
She's wearing the same tattered clothing that everyone
Ah,
up front was. Transforming into the lichen, any additional items that were on the body would have fallen off.
Like
Okay.
cool
Nothing.
purple pants.
That's fine.
Yo, wanna
So I
maybe
got
keep that in
her on
mind?
my shoulder.
So making your way across to the other side,
fuck.
you do see that on your left-hand side, that curtain that Wisconsin mentioned. At the back of the cave hangs a somewhat leather-like curtain, patchy, pockmarked, stitched together, and it's hung between two pythons that are smashed into the stone. You at a distance, this is human skin.
Wisconsin said that this was Kirill's area, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything else in the room?
In that area, it's just bones.
Okay.
It's just appears to be whatever this is an eating chamber. As you begin to make your way further in,
In the
I
trade
like this one.
side, and then it connects to the bottom side is just a wall. Sorry, same. They're all the same direction.
Yeah, this way.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. So that
Let me
connects.
move that.
Who wants the last
Scoot over
We can pull the bottom part off actually.
Last
One.
I'll take it.
Can we? I think we need to do the treasure room. Do it quickly. Go to the crates. Do them quickly, and then get the fuck out of here and try to get the wolf.
I think
Gotta
we
wait.
wait for him.
I think
What-
we wait for him too. I think
Before
we
you
move
do this-
all of the bodies. We move all of the bodies out of the walkway so that when he comes in, he doesn't see anybody. I say that you two
Get up
disguise
top.
self.
Oh, I can't
and
disguise anymore. It's
I can.
Oh, okay.
Ella
Actually,
can
Ellen.
Disguise self as those two guards, so that when they come in,
That'll also give us cover because we'll be higher up.
That's true.
and we position ourselves so that
Then we're ambushing.
We can
ambush.
yes.
Yeah.
how do we know when? Okay.
Well, I mean, we could just chill.
I'm a little more worried about
Could
you
take
three.
a short rest.
Well,
How
I've
do-
been bitten. I don't know.
I've been bitten too.
How do we know this
How
might
long
happen
does?
right? We don't know
How
about
long do we
this.
have? Yes.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Oh.
Did we?
Can I
did
make
we
a
not ask?
survival, or can I, like, survival
No,
in
you have
nature is
it.
doing
You don't
that?
know.
Yeah, I know.
Shit.
Wes can I like run
I'm a
after
city
her?
warlock.
Be like,
Well,
hey!
I'm gonna take my greater potion. How about that?
Sure.
That's fine.
Yeah, if you want to do that.
Okay.
Are you actually going after?
After.
Wisconsin.
Are you actually going after?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, kind of making your way back, we'll pull pull Allura off the table as the rest of you make your way over into this chamber. So, as you guys make your way across, rough-hewn stairs lead up into a torchlit cave with a bizarre sight. Wide-eyed children stand behind wooden bars that stare at you in terrified silence. The cave holds 6 wooden cages, lids shut with heavy rocks on top of them. 2 of the cages are empty, and each of the remaining children in the 4 others holds a single frightened child. A crude wooden statue stands between the cages. It bears the rough likeness of a wolf-headed woman, draped in garlands of vines and night flowers. Piled around the statue's base is an immense amount of treasure. A woman in shredded clothes kneels before the statue in supplication as just a wooden figure
Effigy?
there.
Yeah.
Behind the statue, there are 2 maggot-ridden corpses that hang from their shackles, bolted to the walls.
Jesus Christ.
Just kind of arms
This
up above the
looks an awful lot like some sort of religious effigy.
I agree. It looks like something.
From our travels, would I have any concept of what god or deity this
Oh,
is?
is there any chance
what
that
god or deity
crooked
it is.
Yeah.
Go and make a religion check for me.
Okay. What's my
It's an
Oh, 17.
17? Okay. The statue is a crude depiction of Mother Night.
Okay.
I was wondering that.
In this case, you specifically, given the amount of time that you spent and the amount of time you spent on the prime material plane, it appears to be a very old depiction, like, several hundred years that you've seen in some books, of a goddess of darkness, Shar. S-H-A-R.
Okay.
You recognize the statue as like an outdated version of that, like that previously was prayed to, but there have been, slightly updated versions of it, more aligning with the current assessment of what Mother Night is.
Yeah.
The one exception, of course, though, is that all of the wolf-esque editions those are not on the traditional ones, but given the lycanthropy aspect, makes sense why they would be on this one.
Is Shar, would I know her at all from being, she's the Mother of Darkness?
Mother of
drow?
Darkness, yeah, as it would be. She's a fairly commonly prayed to deity, especially among the Dark Elves. Yeah.
Did I catch up to?
So making your way down and further around, you go eventually down to the bottom side, jump around the corner to go take a look at the crates, and she's not there.
Like she's gone?
You don't know. Make a survival check. Try and find some tracks.
She pooped a little on me.
Seriously, 6s all day today. 6s and 9s.
Yeah.
I think it's a 0, so 6.
6. Off the top. Yeah, you're trying to find some kind of tracks. Look around, see if you can see anything. Whatever it is, she appears to be gone.
Turned into Daddy Days.
So we let her go and she bolted?
Like, run back.
Okay.
Oh well.
Great.
That's okay. There's still children here that we're
So
going to
you've
make
got
sure
the kids
they
that
don't
are
die.
like now kind of looking out at the rest of you and seeing the different races and realizing that you might not be Lycans.
Any non-human children?
All human kids, as far as you can tell.
Well, she's still sad.
She,
oh, sorry.
she fucked off.
Ugh, good. Well, looks like we're gonna have to look after these little
It's not
twerps.
good if she's gone after
She
Tyrell to tell him what we've done.
Well, we can still murder her.
Do you think perhaps she was even true about there being some kinds of treasure in this room?
There's treasure piled up at the statue.
There is?
Yeah.
Okay. I did not
I
hear
am.
that part.
One.
You're just like looking around like, oh!
I am very sorry.
Piled around the statue's face is an incredible amount of treasure.
Thank you.
Right.
I am 100%
all
not
of it
touching
is loose. Loose coins, gems, everything just kind of in and amongst itself.
Jordy,
Can we check for traps
I
before
was gonna
moving
say,
anything?
hey Jordy, can I cast
go
or can I pop detect
get
magic?
stuff in the
Sure.
See if anything looks a little weird.
No, I'm already back.
Looking around at the statue, nothing appears to be weird. The woman kneeling in front of it, nothing there. Cages are all fine. Looking at the pile of treasure, none of the coins ping. There is one ping, and you especially as a cleric recognize this as a censer that carries incense that as you're walking through doing alms, it's one of those pieces. There's a very strong, I guess it would be divination school. It'd be either divination or abjuration. Can't quite remember exactly what they are. But it's a very strong magical presence from the censer.
Okay, I'm gonna convey that to the team.
Okay. So all of you know that there is something intensely magical about this censer. Does everybody know, like, can you picture what a censer is?
I think so. Is it the thing that like you would?
It's the thing that the people sway that has smoke coming off of it.
Oh, yeah.
It's like seen all the time in movies.
Yeah.
Like a priest would carry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can I
Alms for the poor.
can I take a quick peek at it? I don't want to touch it, but I want to see if like there's any runes or any
Sure.
magic-y
Make
things
an
on it.
Arcana check.
Sure. Is there any writing on it?
Writing on it?
Yeah.
Not that you can
Okay.
see.
Does it look as
Oh,
though
that's
any
not
of
good.
this treasure is trapped?
Make an investigation
Also,
check.
one's
6.
not.
6?
Yeah, nothing.
Tough to tell. It's because of the designs on everything. There may be some runes hidden in there. The runes might be on the inside.
Okay.
You're not quite sure.
Finally, I got a nat 20
So total
for investigation.
Mhm.
21.
21. Doesn't appear to be trapped.
I am not touching any of the treasure.
Okay.
You don't want
It's kind of looking around, like testing the floor plates around everything. It appears to just be free treasure.
It's an offering to Mother Night. I'm not touching it.
The statue.
I've had enough
An
dealings
offering
with
of blood
thieves.
sacrifices behind it.
The statue didn't have anything magical about it.
Sorry?
The statue. How big is it?
Kind of on board with you
Statue
guys.
size. It's about 3.5, 4 feet. It's on a fairly tall pedestal.
Can I check for traps around it?
Sure.
Yeah, I think we can get the kids out of here.
You can see the
Trying to
kids
back
at
the
this point
tower.
are like kind of right up to the edge of the bars, like, "We can help us."
20.
We're here to help you children.
20. So appear to be trapped.
Take the statue.
Okay. Kind of just. It appears to be affixed to the base. Like it's a pedestal with the statue built on top of it, so it's not just like a separate piece. You have to take the full 7.5 foot tall thing if you want to.
Can I push it over? Try
Hey
to see if it
muscles,
cracks
can
off.
we get
Hey,
the kids going?
We got
Sure. You make a strength check. Try and
Oh
shove it over.
no.
oh boy. I'm going to send up a quick prayer to my patron that I had nothing to do with any of this.
Okay.
The 9.
9. Kind of just. It's fucking heavy, right? It's a wooden statue, but it's built onto a stone base, and it appears to be like affixed to the base in some way. You don't seem to be able to push it over. But by this point, to get to that of trying to shove it over, you've like stepped into some of the coin and have pushed it over a little bit and moved stuff around to get a better grip. Nothing appears to be affecting.
Well, I'm going to take the coin then if no one else is doing it.
100% sending up a prayer right now saying, hey, not me, it's this guy.
Okay. Alrighty. So there is a lot of coin. 4,512 copper pieces.
It's like $6.
Should we put it in script loot?
I'm not putting it in my bag.
So that, just so you're aware,
We do have our
4,500 copper is about the equivalent of about 45 gold.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna do that.
I'm not touching that.
Ignore the coppers.
Yeah, it's
I
not
would
worth
say
We should have
if there's
wished
any
you
like loose platinum.
So there's 882 silver pieces, and there are, kind of looking around as best you can figure, about 230-ish, maybe a couple more gold pieces. 236 that you're able to find.
I'll take the
No
gold and
platinum?
silver.
No platinum.
Well, let's get
Platinum
the
pieces
kids
are
out of
very
here.
rare.
I'll take the gold and silver.
Okay. So you got 882 silver pieces.
That's right.
Can we
Makes
What's
sense.
it me?
Just so you're aware as well, 50 coins is equivalent to 1 pound. So you're going to be taking just a little bit shy of 20 pounds worth of coins.
Pockets are just overflowing.
Are there gemstones and stuff too, or is it just coin?
There are. So as Les begins going through and pulling the coin out,
So how much silver again?
so it's 882 silver.
Jesus, how long is this taking?
Leaf, do you want to get these
236
kids out
Yeah.
here?
Yeah, I'll start working
236,
on the
okay.
kids'
Yeah.
cages.
There are 32 gemstones that are all about the same size of assorted varieties. You've got rubies, carnelians, sapphires, diamonds, opals, pearls. There's 32 of them, probably in the 50 gold piece range each. And then there's 4 larger ones. You see that there are 4 pearls, very large, and then 3 diamonds that are both worth. They're all worth 100 gold pieces each.
Okay, I'll take the diamonds too.
Can we? How do you feel about putting those in the bag of holding, Doctor?
Nope. I'm not having any of this on my body.
But we could use the money to donate. We don't have to keep it ourselves. We could give it to a church.
Yeah, but this belonged to Mother Night.
I don't think this is really. I'm just for the record. I don't think this is right. Can we just get the kids going?
Yeah, I think it's
You also notice there, as you're taking more of the things, there are 12 pieces of plain gold jewelry. Rings, bracelets, earrings worth about 250 gold pieces each.
none of those pinged with detect magic.
None of them pinged with detect magic. And there's also an ivory drinking horn engraved with dancing dryads and a satyr pipe players. It's worth probably 250 gold, give or take.
Antique.
I'm gonna take as much as I can if nobody else wants it.
Not touching it.
You have to carry it.
It's all on
That's
you.
fine.
And
I'm
then
strong.
there's and then there's the electrum sensor, the thing that was pinging with the magical weapons.
No,
That I'm curious about,
Yeah.
but I'm
What
not
is this?
willing to take it.
I would have picked up some of the jewels.
Okay. So there's 32 types of jewels. Basically, tell me what type
Please
of
get the
jewels
kids
you
and
want.
go.
There are going to be 3 of
I
them.
mean, we're both. Well, you're strong.
Yeah, no, I
I would have picked up
Cool.
like
Name a jewel.
opal.
There you go. So you have
Yeah.
3 opals.
can.
50 gold
Topaz.
pieces
Can
each.
I take the pills, the
Sure.
large
So there's
pills? I'm
4
gonna donate these to a church.
There are 4 pearls worth
Mother
100
Knight's
gold
not gonna
pieces
like
each.
that.
Mother
You
Night
said
is
carnelian?
fish
Carnelians,
cock.
yep.
Didn't say I wasn't me. It was him.
With my
want to take this
knowledge
also.
of Shar,
Mhm.
would I know if this is like a really bad idea of us taking from something that was destined for her? Like, is she a vengeful
Religion
goddess?
check.
Okay.
So you are absolutely fucked. Whoa.
I haven't touched anything yet. That's gonna be 6.
6.
I have no idea.
I mean, taking from an offering made to a god, not cool. That's about all you can really know.
That's what I got on a 6. I'm gonna leave that shit alone, and I'm starting working on getting the kids out
Yeah,
of
I'm
the
down
cages.
for
Yeah.
Okay. So the kids in the cages, there are very heavy rocks on top of the cages. There's no locks of any kind. It's just that the rocks are too heavy for the kids to
Yeah.
lift.
I'll
So,
push those off.
who's going to be doing that? So you're going to be helping?
I'm gonna.
Doing it? Okay, so I'll get anybody who's doing that to go ahead and make strength checks for me.
I'm not very strong, so I'm not going to.
Oh
So
my god.
You can double up if you want. It'll
Okay,
be-
yeah, you want to double up, bud?
Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
I can help.
Now that I'm
That's
done
cocked.
looting all that
That's
stuff.
cocked.
Yeah. So you left the sensor, nobody took that?
Yeah, I ain't fucking.
I'm just checking. I just want to know what's left.
I'm not touching it.
Okay,
I mean, I don't think I can take it. I have so much stuff already.
You're
It's
just.
something that it doesn't weigh like anything. It weighs like 2 pounds.
All right,
Just
I'll take it.
You know! It's the one thing I.
Alright, so you pick up the sensor, and you're able to just hang it off your pack fairly easily.
Yeah.
You look
It's just
like
kind of
God.
jangling a little bit. as
Fucking
it's attached.
Samwise leaving the Shire with all your shit.
I know. I'm picturing the horse from Monty Python. The Holy
Uh,
Grail. Just
Gods
everything,
don't
like the
scare
fishing
me.
rods coming out of the bag. All right, so strength check. You were not assisted, right?
I was not assisted, and I rolled a 5, so
5.
no.
Okay, so you just trying to lift something off. You're not able to do it.
Assisted. Oh, sorry. If you assisted me, then that means
Oh,
I get to roll.
yeah.
Sorry.
Go.
God damn it! It was a 2 and a 5, 7.
7. Okay. You two.
11.
11. Laura.
15.
15.
We're capable.
How
I
did the rogue
promise.
Come over and help.
Yeah. So you would be able to. There's 4 cages. So
What are you guys doing over there?
so you literally just
Dropping coins.
like, yeah, as you're moving, it's just.
Oh God.
Scavenge
not
is
involved.
part of my training.
I've let him know.
Oh, that's not very good. Just this plus strength, right?
Plus strength.
I'm gonna have to leave while you're in there. I'm sorry.
13.
13? Okay. You and Allura, and with Elise help, are able to just barely budge the boulders that are on top and shove them off and get them onto the ground. The other 2 cages remain locked. You can see that the kids are kind of grabbing at the cages, trying to help get out. Obviously, completely incapable of doing so. But you do free up there. There are 2 young boys who are now freed and are beginning to scramble up and out with a little bit of assistance.
Oh!
from you.
Can I use one of the tomb pages to figure out what the sensor is?
You
Right
can
now
do
is
that.
probably not the best
Less realism.
rest time for that.
Actually,
Why?
that's not a bad idea
Oh,
because
it takes
happens
no
pretty
times at
quickly.
all.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
So you open a book and it tells me what it is.
So he did explain the way that the tome of identification works. So make sure that you read it and you pick the right person to be able to do that, because there are different people that will be better at it than others.
Right.
So yeah, check the card. Yeah, this was a homebrew item. This does not exist in the game, so I had to make it balanced in some way. So you can read this one out to the group because it's worth it.
Right, so a large leather-bound tome. This book initially contained 100 blank pages. Now almost all of them have been filled in. Blah, blah, blah. Character may write inside the tome on a blank page specifically describing an item they believe to be magical but do not know the properties of. If they do, the character makes a DC 12 intelligence check. On a success, if the item is magical, the link is absorbed into the page, and the tomb replaces the character's words with a complete description of the magical item written in shining gold ink, as if it had cast the identify spell on the item. All properties, images, and descriptions of the item are permanently inscribed in the tomb. If the page is removed or torn, the ink fades and the page loses its magical properties.
I have a +1.
On a failure, or if the item is non-magical, the ink does not absorb to the page. It cannot be used again. So
He's
whoever
real
who's smart.
I have a.
He's got high intelligence.
No.
I
I'm just a
wisdom.
common ass.
I've got intelligence. If it were a number, it's +1.
Yeah, I've got a +1 too.
I'd say I'm a roughly average intelligence.
You're a +1 as well.
Yeah.
Scored pretty average on
Well, I
the
mean,
SATs.
Yeah.
Alright, so pick somebody who's getting to do it.
Can someone assist on this?
This is an intelligence
I can
check,
guidance. I
so you
can
can guidance.
clap a little
There
guidance.
isn't a way to assist in this. It's just your
Okay.
ability to describe the item into the book.
I mean, I'm worthless getting these cages open, so I don't mind doing it if you guys want to get the cages
Well, you
open.
got +1, so I'll give the book over to you because you love describing shiny things.
That's fair, yeah.
That's valid.
Of the group, you probably have the best penmanship too.
Yes.
It's, I probably
Leaves
do.
is just
All right.
Definitely
So
do.
I'll do that for
Passing
the.
guidance.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and roll
For
an
the sensor.
intelligence check and add a d4.
You got to beat 12.
Can I?
To beat
Hey!
Yes, 16.
16. Okay. So,
It curses you.
You are a lycanthrope for life.
Yeah, this is the one. This is what they huff to really seal in the flavor.
as you are describing the item,
The card is coming.
this is also a homebrew item.
Oh.
So,
I'm not letting things pass by anymore. I'm taking everything.
no, you're not. She gets
Oh,
this.
what? But I took it, and I gave her the book.
Exactly. She wrote it in the book. The book tells her what it says.
Sure, but I didn't get the item. I'm still
No,
holding it.
you're-
Yeah, you're
yeah.
holding the item. But she's
Okay.
doing that.
So, Allura will
Let's
let
maybe
us
get
know.
those other.
Yeah, come
Okay,
on.
I'm gonna do my strength check for the.
Yeah.
The cage?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Can somebody assist me with another cage,
Fine,
please?
I'll help.
Oh
Hey,
no.
TT, welcome to the stream, man.
22.
22.
so you
Okay, so with that one,
Yeah.
Oh,
you lift it off with no issue.
Yeah.
You kind of look at everybody else and go 2-1, and then go over to the fourth one as you two begin to make it. What's your roll?
19.
19. Yeah. So no issue between the two of you. Heaving the giant boulder off you, release 2 more boys. So there are a total of 3 boys and then 1 young girl that are being now released from the cages. And they're all
Children?
just kind of shivering in basically no clothes.
You must be frightened and very scared and hungry, but
Did
we
I
need
do
you to
good?
be very quiet and stick with us
You
until
did,
we get you
but
out of
you
these
can't
caves.
use it less.
That's
and they'll just
fine.
kind of nod, and you can see that
As long
like
as it
some
helps
are
our
fighting back
body.
tears,
What is it?
but
You
happy
want
tears.
this.
We're gonna get you
You
somewhere
will
safe,
leave once
and if there's any fighting, you need to stand far behind us and try and blend into the shadows.
Can we see?
And they just kind of nod, and just all of them.
Trust me, you want it.
How dedicated are you to your gods now?
Incredibly. Where my power comes from? Yes.
Well, your power doesn't come from a god.
Well, no.
It comes from the other thing.
Well, yes, the good
The
ones.
down below.
The demon.
Yeah,
The other.
the ones that I know I don't want to cross.
Yeah, demons don't care if you steal things, dude.
We should also check
Crates are
with all the
very
things
much
that they've
okay.
taken from travelers
Yeah,
before
but-
we leave as well.
As long as you're
Sorry.
doing what they
Check
want
the
you to
traits-
do,
the
they don't care.
traits with
What
all
the
the
gods do, man.
things they've taken
Okay.
from travelers.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
having successfully pillaged, identified,
So successfully.
so successfully,
I'm the richest
leaving
fish
behind
there ever
only,
was.
I wanna
I haven't even
Oh, yeah,
looked at
sorry.
it yet.
1 sec.
leaving
Sorry.
behind only a couple of, a couple thousand copper pieces, and then a few gemstones that nobody appeared to grab.
I mean, I was counting too. I was just waiting for everyone else to go through it.
Okay. If you want to grab what's left, except for the copper.
Yeah.
Okay.
are we
so
hightailing it?
of what's
Road?
left, you get 29 gemstones that are worth 50 gold pieces each.
Oh no, I took
you took-
3 opals and 3 carnelians.
Oh, sorry. In that case, you get 26.
Okay.
Okay. You also get the 12 pieces of plain gold jewelry that are worth 250 gold pieces each.
12 silver.
This is going to come back and bite us.
How much gold?
It really feels too
Each?
Depends.
250
I'm
gold
gonna
pieces each.
give it to a church.
Not all of
There's
it.
the ivory
Yeah.
drinking horn.
It's my gold. I'll
I'm
do what I
gonna
want.
do
Or-
mine.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't
I'm gonna
care
keep it
about
all for myself.
So it's the ivory drinking horn. 250 gold pieces. That's worth. Or it's just a fucking badass cup.
It will be my new champion drinking cup.
Okay.
When we
The
get
one
back to
that you- the one that you could take with you.
250 gold for that. The
He
horn.
took the other one too.
The horn. 250 gold.
250 gold for the horn, yeah.
Oh, I'm nervous. about
And then you took the pearls?
Yes.
All 4 of them?
I thought they were free.
There were 4. 4 pearls, 3 diamonds.
I just took 3.
Okay, so you took 3 pearls.
Oh no, I took 4. I
You
did
took
wrote 4
Okay,
pearls
so
down.
4 pearls. So you also have 3 diamonds that are worth 100 gold pieces each.
Okay. Yeah, I got those diamonds.
So the only thing that's left is the 4,512 copper pieces.
Yeah.
Pull out our vacuum. Our
Keep the
magic
change.
vacuum.
It
Wolves.
does take you some time to go through
Yeah.
and sift through everything.
Yeah.
As everybody is assisting getting the kids
The
out.
kids?
Unless it's just like pillaging in the
you know,
bus.
We'll say
Like,
during
what's
this
those-
time while he was doing all that, if you two wanted to go up front and get any of the supplies from up there as well.
Yeah, we would like
you'd
to
be
go
able
look
do
at
that.
the.
I'm going
crates
to
and
talk
see
to the
what's up there.
kids.
Talk to the kids.
Yeah.
So we'll do you two jumping up to the front as quick as you can, making your
Yeah.
way down and around. You eventually come to.
Not to mention listening for anyone entering from the front there.
All right.
Very
so
carefully.
I get the chance. I think we got to do some murdering.
You eventually come to.
Oh, yeah.
We have to.
Yeah, I read it. Thank you.
This
Yeah,
area here.
we need to. We don't have a choice.
Hi, Siri.
You should be sorry,
I
bitch.
am now.
Ouch.
So
I am
you guys
rich
get to
fish.
blue matches blue.
You're a cursed
like,
fish is what you are.
wait, which way?
Trying to believe in petty
That?
curses.
No blue
No.
matches to blue.
Oh, like that.
All the pages are vertical.
Every being
Wait,
makes their
okay,
own
which
Blue
one's
matches
that?
blue.
And I
So
challenge
all the
everyone.
crates are in and around the alcove along the
And
top
it's
side
almost
there.
happened in
So
Okay.
as you're walking in alongside the
Still
water,
here,
you
baby.
can see all the crates that are there, and just rapidly going through, finding as much as you possibly can. There are female clothes, male clothes. There are giant cloaks, bed rolls, pillows, assorted pieces of trade goods. You've got like raw flour, things like that.
Anything that looks like silver? Probably not. But
Within here, not that you can see, these are all seem to be things that were general trade goods, probably where a caravan was intercepted going from one village
Yeah.
to another, and all the things were just taken because they're things.
Did we lose a bedroll to
Yes.
Esmeralda?
You lost a bedroll and some of you lost clothes.
Okay, we'll take the bedroll and some extra clothing. And if there's any clothing for children, I think we would take that for the kids to.
There are some things that could be fashioned into clothing for kids, like some
Tiny
slightly
tin
smaller
stuff.
shirts.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
we'd probably take some get some rations and like if there's any like loose cloth, tying it up and making kind of little packs for each of the
hobo bindles.
you
Yeah,
know
bindles.
hobo kill kids. Kill.
Hobo kills.
Oh,
Hobo
have fun.
kills.
You'll be the next
Are
party.
there any herbs or like
When we all
medical
die.
supplies in there?
Medical
When Mother
supplies,
died,
no.
just-
Herbs, as far as you can see, no potions. No, it's very much just general supplies that will probably be bought and sold through a general store.
Cool.
While you two are doing that, listening outside, you do begin to hear howls off in the distance. They appear
Let's
to
hurry
be
back.
closing in, every minute or so, 2 minutes.
Where
You
are we
can get a
taking
little bit
this?
closer. Whatever pace they're moving at, it appears to be a very fast pace.
Okay, we gotta keep these kids hidden.
So you guys don't know. This is just you two.
Yeah.
So you talking to the kids, and they're all just shivering at this point, and basically no clothes.
Because they're shivering, am I within 100 feet of Cinnamon inside here?
Cinnamon is well over 300-400 feet away from you right now.
Kids, how long ago did Kirill and the others leave?
We didn't see. Maybe
Okay.
I don't know, like an hour.
Okay. When do they usually come back?
Depends on what kind of a hunting trip they're doing. If they're just getting food, probably pretty soon.
Where are you guys from?
I'm from Kraysk. I don't know where the rest of them are. You said you're from somewhere. Where did you say you're from? I'm from Fandolin. It's a city on the Sword Coast.
I'm from the Sword Coast myself. I understand. We're gonna get you out of here, but we need you to be very quiet, and we need you to be very still and hidden.
Doctor,
Yeah.
to help with them, can you get Rick to get Cinnamon? Because we could put them on the horse and just
That is
get
something
Cinnamon
we
to
can
go.
do.
We could do that. Yeah, I can send Rick out to get Cinnamon.
And because they can all be on the horse and it can be
Mhm.
further protection.
Does Cinnamon know how to get to Kresk?
Nope.
No. But
We can get 'em
whilst
outta
they're
here.
with, they can get them out of the cave or at least provide extra protection.
They could get Cinnamon could get them to our wagon
That's true, actually. I could take it.
Your
take
wagon is
them,
over by the.
Yeah.
by the tower.
could take
yeah.
them
tower,
towards the
yeah.
tower.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't see an
Cinnamon
issue
knows
with
that.
We can do that.
Or we just tell them
They're not
Not
there.
there.
I want to kneel down to the little guy.
Should we should we just go towards the front, or should we perhaps just get Cinnamon in here? It is a pretty large cage, so Cinnamon should be fine.
Your call. I think it's half one, half dozen.
We're going out the front.
6 1 half dozen. Yeah.
If we're going out the front, we should just go.
Yeah, I think
That's my thought.
Yeah, but what if the
Kids are all just
Gotcha.
kind of nodding, just like.
Okay. Okay.
Hey.
We're gonna go. We're
Well,
gonna get
I
you
don't
to.
want to be one of them.
Well, guys, you've been pretty brave so far. We're just gonna need you to be brave a little bit longer and get you out of here, okay?
You can do that.
As Alif said earlier, if fighting were to start,
We're
stay
gonna
behind.
run. We're gonna get away. We don't want to go back here.
I know, but stay behind us and stay hidden. We will win.
We're gonna get you out of here.
So at this point, did you send Rick off?
Yeah, to get Cinnamon.
Yeah. So you two up at the front, having gone through everything and starting to hear that, you would hear Rick just
Oh, Rick.
That's our boy.
flying through the air,
Yeah,
and
boy.
then notice that the farts just suddenly stop, and you just start hearing the flapping of wings, and you just kind of hear, "Oh shit!" And then he kind of like swoops down and out, and you kind of track him a little bit, and he goes out, and eventually does lead Cinnamon back inside, and when he gets within 100 feet of you, dude, they're coming, like now, you gotta go.
Got it.
Okay, we're gonna.
We were already like running towards the back at this point.
Yeah, we're already.
Yeah, you would have heard that and just gone, oh shit, grabbed whatever
Okay.
you needed, and booked it back there as fast as you could.
I want to pick like what 1, 2, however many kids I can get up on my back. Just hop on and.
You'd be able to get one on each shoulder.
Okay,
like
cool.
this.
Yeah, I'm starting
We have
running.
a number
Okay,
of them.
so you've got those two. The other two kids would be able to jump onto Cinnamon as you're running out. Alright, so
We have to make our stand here, though. We can't leave.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't know Cinnamon was there. I want to put them
Yeah.
on Cinnamon.
okay.
Yeah, Cinnamon's a giant warhorse.
Cinnamon would be able to
Sorry, I
hold
thought
4
meant to-
kids
yeah, I
with
thought
one of you with no
to
real
get there.
issue.
Yeah.
Between everybody just kind of bundled up inside the arms, no problem there. So, this is going to be where we're going to wrap things up this week. We're going to go ahead and pick up next week with either the escape or the standoff. It's going to be up to you to decide how you want to do things. But this has been an awesome one. Well done, guys.
Dungeon
just-
crawl.
Wait.
Just one misstep. Which is the only thing the whole time through.
Letting her go.
Was letting her go by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the
I
only
was
thing.
really wanting to murder her, and everyone was making such a good
It's because I got
excuse.
such a good insight check. I figured she was
I was
telling
like,
the truth.
Yeah, that's what I was
really? And I was
You
like,
rolled a 24, she rolled a natural 20 with a +5 to her charisma.
Damn.
One
one of the pack wolves is not going to betray their pack when they have no other life to go to. I was very much
the
wanting to
information that she
slit
was
that
telling,
person's throat.
as best you could tell, was probably correct.
That she didn't like doing it.
It wasn't that she didn't like doing it, it's that where the kids were taken from, the fact that they get turned, that they are the new members of the pack. But,
Well, it's okay. We'll just murder her next time.
so,
We will definitely.
awesome
do that
session.
next time.
Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. We did so good today. We had
Yeah.
no frame drops.
Yeah!
At 1080p at 60 frames per second
Damn.
for 3 hours and 2 minutes.
What?
Nice.
Yes,
We
new
had
laptop.
Nothing. Yay, new laptops.
Damn.
And Kevin, it's using 9.2% of my CPU. That's how broken this thing is. So, awesome session today, guys. We loved it. It was fantastic. We have a lot of nice engagement in the chat from
thanks.
Bob Burglar
Wolves are gonna die!
and TT2KB, who I'm guessing probably knows one of us.
Yeah, I want to know who that is.
I don't know, but they know Elith and they know Allura. I love it.
Oh, it could be Andy.
It could be. But we also got a follow from Slayer's Cake and a follow from TT2KB, so thanks for tuning in to the chat, guys. And yeah, we will see you same time, same place next week.
Wait,
No, we
2
won't.
weeks.
2
It's
weeks.
not,
weeks?
it's not Andy because it's a new follower.
Isn't it
Oh,
next
Yeah.
week? Next
Yeah,
week's
next
a break,
week's our off week because it's the end of the month.
Oh, okay. Next week is our off week.
Hey, but tune in on
Tune in on
Saturday.
Saturday for our Pokemon one-shot DM by our very own Kevin Parr.
Yeah.
Future werewolf Kevin Parr.
Future werewolf.
Future werewolf.
Let's
Future
go.
half the party werewolf.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm really curious if you guys can figure out a way to
Yeah.
a way to deal with that. 'Cause that
I know,
would be
I gotta
fun.
sit in that chair next.
I have a
Yeah, you
potential
get to sit in this
theory.
chair, you get to sit behind here.
Get to be
you get
terrified all over again.
Oh, welcome to my life.
I
Yeah.
don't think it's
Yeah.
gonna quite.
But
It's a
awesome
curse.
session today, guys. Love doing this, and
I
yeah,
got
we'll
a
see you
solution,
guys
but I've
on
got 2. We're
Saturday.
gonna have to deal with one. That's